Eons ago, during the age of the Magi, the world was something other. Magic is all that there was and all that was needed. Legend states that a cataclysmic event brought a great frozen age to the world of Lacrin, and soon after, a new era dawned. Though they say the ancient magics of the Magi still lie buried and lost, scattered around the world, lying in wait for those with the courage to wield it to discover. Welcome to the world of Lacrin and the continent of Thelmecia. Noble knights, roaming orcs, mischievous goblins, and idyllic wondrous lands, just waiting to be explored. Now, a new peril aspires to plunge Thelmecia into despair once more, but not before a few unheard-of heroes take their chance at triumph. Welcome to Tablestory, Darkfire.
Hello everyone! Welcome to the stream. Why did you scream wait at me?
I'm tweeting the
You can
stream.
still just keep tweeting.
Yeah. Okay.
You
Okay.
can do
Can't
that.
tweet after you cannot tweet after.
I was like, we're going live. She's like, no! Why? I was sending a tweet. Just keep doing that. You
Why
good?
does my finger always want to type table as T-A-B-E-L and not L-E? What the fuck?
Why do I have no
I don't know,
internet?
but our prefix has changed anyway, Tiger.
Emma?
Mhm.
Our prefix, if you're looking for an emote, is story now.
Oh no, I was trying to type in to look for it.
He's trying to host, dude. What's up, everybody?
Welcome to the stream, everyone. It is I, John Sandman. John,
Yes,
that was quick.
dude. If did you already tell chat what I was doing?
No.
All right, cool. Yeah, some people can do it quick, some people can't.
Leave
I
your
can't.
guesses in the chat or in the YouTube comments. My internet, my OBS is flashing yellow and green, and I don't know what that means, but I'm not dropping frames. But if I do, I apologize now. I don't know what's going on. It's probably just OBS, right? Let's hope so. Welcome to Table Stories Darkfire. Boy, oh boy, does that name have more meaning now than it did before. It's
Way
just
more.
purple fire. No. How dare you? Wag Steven actually named this villain. But he didn't know what he was naming. Sort of. He told me to call the show Darkfire, and I was like, but Whack, it's a spoiler. And he was like, but I don't know that, because that's the voice that I do when I talk like Brad talks. He says, I don't know that. This is my impression of Whack doing an impression of me. You were only supposed to blow the bloody doors off, Michael Caine.
What are you doing, Brad? You look like a skater, dude.
Yeah, I know.
You look like
I'm
you
not.
just learned how to kickflip.
Remember
your
Rob
age.
Deerdeck?
Yeah, of course. He's still alive.
No, that's who Brad actually is.
Oh.
That's too bad.
No, I can't skate, and I definitely can't skate now because I've got a gammy knee, lad. Gammy knee.
Do you?
Yeah, my knee's fucked. Don't work.
I don't know if I know what gammy means.
It's like gummy, but like with an A.
You John.
That's how you spell it.
It's
Welcome
the same thing.
to
A gammy, isn't it? Like just like a
the
flimsy
Brad
little knee?
Roast 2K19. Every day is the Brad Roast. It's every day.
That's true.
All
I'd
right,
agree.
should we just start playing the game then?
No, what? Hasn't even been like 15, 20 minutes of us bullshitting.
All right, go on
I'm
then.
ready, dude.
How many Teslas did you buy this
Fucking
week?
go.
7.
I'm ready.
Every
7.
day.
Let's skip the bullshit.
Skip the bullshit. I'm
you
still like
imagine
messing with my
People
spells.
come in like 15 minutes late like they normally do, and the show
Yeah,
is...
they're gonna be so mad.
Started, they'd be like, "What's going on?"
Sounds
Yeah.
like they need to get here 15 minutes fucking earlier. Huh?
Wow.
That's what it sounds like, PB.
Oh, I
Jesus.
like this.
What the
He's
fuck?
not wrong.
Whack.
Enough of your
PB's
bullshit.
face. Look at her face. She's like, whoa, homie. Like, you want to go?
Whack's
PB,
gone
I watched
full
your
dark
show
side.
this week.
Which one?
You're the scary one.
Oh, did you like it?
It was so fun. I was telling everyone it was super easy to like jump into, like very easy to, because I hadn't seen the first one or second, like, and I was like, boom, let's go. Started watching. You guys should watch it. It's on
Tomorrow, Wednesdays.
Wednesdays.
Where?
Really good.
Here, 5 p.m.
Bam.
Eastern Standard Time.
Bam.
Really.
Bam. See you then. Wait, what does my emote do? This?
Yeah.
There you go.
Something.
Guns.
I don't know. It's the newest one. I don't know what it looks like yet.
Wait, is it out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's all use it right now if you're subscribed
Fresh
to this.
Your
emo.
Instagram thing is
What
dumb.
is it?
Anyways,
Brad
Fuck you, man.
Wink.
The Rocket League meme.
Brad Wink?
I know.
Uh-oh.
I'm doing you shit.
No, it's not.
This shit's funny. I opened it up and it
It
was the
might
first
not
thing I
be.
saw, John.
There it is.
Did you make that?
No.
There you go.
Well.
Dude, actually, wait. Hold on. I got to say something.
All right.
Tiger.
Hmm.
On April Fool's, I posted a picture, and sorry to all the ladies out there, I wasn't trying to be insensitive. I posted a picture of a pregnancy test, and I said, hey guys, I'm pregnant. And Tiger was like, did you actually pee on a pregnancy stick?
Well, no, you want to know why? Because if a man pees on the pregnancy stick and it says you're pregnant, there's like a very high chance that you have testicular cancer.
That was the top comment on my Instagram, was like, dude, hey dude, I just want to be real with you. You peed on a stick right
My friend
now.
was like, my boy's gonna have to lose his balls.
I was
That's
like, this is the
Ah.
most copy-paste image from the internet
I saw
I've
it.
ever seen.
Listen,
That's lovely.
I'm sorry that I give a shit about you.
Right.
Okay?
Oh,
Here's the thing. I can one up that, John. Okay.
Yeah? Do it.
When I went live a few weeks ago, I was about to send my live tweet, and Tiger had just sent his. So I copy pasted his whole thing. I'll post it in our little thing.
Oh God, this is gonna be good.
So I copy pasted his tweet and just changed it to my Twitch address, right? And then I sent it to Tiger and was like, dude, we just wrote the exact same tweet at the same time. And he was
way.
like, what? For real? And I was like, how is this possible? And he was like, wait, there's no fucking way.
How big
How
of a
is
tweet?
This,
Like, what are we
how
talking
is this
about?
possible? Check it
It's
out.
in the
It's in
chat.
it's in
It's-
our chat.
it's
It's a
too
pretty,
long.
it's a big tweet. It said,
Yeah,
show is
it's
going
too long.
live real early today based on the fact that we are in the server and ready to go. Head in and have some laughs with us on this Thursday. Also, you guys are worth the damn regardless of stopping in hot. And it's just a copy paste.
40 seconds, 3 seconds.
It was.
And you said to Tiger, you were like, dude, this is so crazy.
I just sent him a print screen of it, and he was like, "What the fuck?"
I love you, Tiger, so much. You just
The shit that Brad lives for.
It was so
Yeah.
good, and I could not believe the thing. And then you sent me like a voice thing, didn't you, as well? Like, what the fuck, dude? How is this possible? And I
I
was just
kind of
cracking
like
up.
knew he was trolling me, but I was also kind of like, me and Brad are kind of like one brain in certain ways.
We do.
this
so it's awesome.
Just maybe.
a
If
paragraph.
it had happened, it would have been amazing. I can't remember what you said in the voice message. I almost want to play it, but I'm scared that you said something that you don't want to say, because I know exactly what I'm like. And if anyone played any voice message from me,
Like, please don't.
it would be career ruining instantly. So, but it was great. It was the greatest like few minutes where he was completely suckered in and thought that we had somehow wrote like down to the same exclamation points and everything. It was
I would believe that. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I am that gullible. If somebody came to me and was
for a
like,
few
Can
minutes
confirm.
there.
Yes.
For a few minutes there.
And confirm.
I had him going for a few minutes there. It was beautiful.
yeah, you could have sent it to me also, and I've been like, I
Just
would have been right there with you.
just like-
Holy shit, you guys!
just photoshopped in your Twitter thing, and it.
Yeah, I
you hadn't
tweeted
even. How is this possible? I'm sorry, Tiger. Carry on. All right. Did you guys all level up your characters?
Yes.
Yes,
Wow.
Dad.
You have to, because you did it for me, Dad.
Tiger is still playing as Geralt. for some reason.
Oh God.
You just need to change go into the cog, top right.
Bitch, I did it.
Woof.
No, you didn't.
I just did it right now.
No, not the drop down. Change your actual name.
Oh.
In the top right, there's a little cog button.
Oh.
And then you won't have to change it every week.
Oh.
Oh.
Wait, PB, I thought you were tweeting out a picture of all of us looking funny.
You did, John, you idiot.
I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
On Twitter?
Now you guys are all getting sassy, Tiger. This is what you get. You fucking.
Oh, you did. That's so good.
Okay.
Oh, your
I
fault.
was like, did I or did I not tweet it? Look, see how gullible I am? I just believed I didn't tweet. Oh my God.
I wasn't even trying to mess with you there either.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, can I ask one thing of everybody, and including the people in the chat, real quick? One thing.
Yep.
So it's almost 70 degrees here today.
Oh, I'm so
70
jealous.
degrees yesterday.
95 degrees here, bro.
Oh, it's supposed to be 28 and a blizzard tomorrow.
What? Run.
Nah, it's life I live where I live. It's bipolar as shit.
Dude, I hate that. I would. Oh.
Anyways,
I
I
would
just
run.
want to ask
I would
everybody to
fly
pray for
away.
me. It's all pray to the Lords, not the fucking gods, the Lords. Nobody cares about the gods. It's the Lord.
Why? You're in like the city, aren't you?
Yeah, but it don't matter. I just don't want to be cold, and I want to go ride my bike. I've been riding my bike every day lately.
Dude, it'd be-
Now I'm gonna
it'd
have to
be
fucking, I
scary-
gotta ride road bike.
It'd be
I can't ride a road
scary
bike.
if you lived in like the middle of nowhere where they don't care about you and they don't have plows going through the road. You got plows going through the road. You're gonna be
care
fine.
about me. Is that what you're trying to say?
You're gonna be fine. You're in the city, dude. You're a city boy. They're not gonna let the city fall. You're like the first person they care about.
All right.
Somebody
Let's
use that
start
as
the
a sub
game.
alert, please.
Yes.
This is why me and John love each other, because we know neither of us mean this, and in the long run, we
Fly to LA. Come enjoy 95 degrees. Come swim for
Hey,
the
you just
weekend.
open up a room and I'll come move in with you. You can just have another kid.
I do. I like it.
I mean, it's dry. It's not like wet and like.
Just tell your parents I'm gonna move in with your parents. I love your parents. I'm gonna come live with them.
They honestly have a room. Like they like have a guest house.
I'll watch over the dog.
Dogs, they would love that.
We'll do it. Esme, I'll get along with them.
And
All right,
now for more Darkfire.
Yeah.
Yes, and now we've used our 15 minutes.
There we go.
Eons ago, there was a D&D game.
Eons
where
ago,
people,
during the
and
age of
then
the Magi,
we played the
the
actual
world
game.
was
Okay, time to play the real game now. Let's play the game of D&D.
play a game.
Oh, hey guys, welcome to Real D&D. Here we go.
That's going to confuse me on the VOD when I'm trying to look for it to highlight it later on. The fact that I replayed the intro for a second.
Dude, if you lose all the first, like, us talking, I'm going to be very upset.
See that, John? Dabbing on your insolence.
dab?
Dabbed on your insolence.
I don't even dab. And I'm a dad.
I wait until the thing is.
It's from John.
I wait until the thing is so dead that it's.
And then you start doing
and
it?
then I start doing it. That's what I do.
I
yeah.
love it.
That's what I do. That's why I do the
Brad,
Fortnite.
can we
That's why I
just
do the Fortnite
Fuck.
dances now. I've never even played Fortnite.
Oh, damn, dude. Killing it.
I
You
wait
made-
until it's so dead and no one's doing it. It's not even funny in a meme, and then I start doing it. And that for me is funny because I don't know what's wrong with me. Let's start
looked
playing the game. So last week was a big week. If you missed it, well, sucks to be you because you're probably not going to understand what the fuck is going on for the rest of the entire show. And I would recommend going back and watching
Or ever.
episode 35, which was called Darkfire. Tablestory's Darkfire, episode 35, Darkfire. The reason it was called Darkfire was because they swam through the last little portion. They completed a little puzzle. They swam through the last little portion of the dungeon that was underwater, and they accessed the mirror, activated the rune, kind of. You then witnessed the figure that Rune recognized as somebody known as Death Singer, speaking with something in the mirror that you assumed to be Darkfire, and you'd be right. Seems that Darkfire gave him a mission at some point a long time ago, and then that set into events pretty much everything leading up to now. You spoke with the entity known as Lord Darkfire. He was a sort of demon lord thing, and he gave you the option to join him. He said that you had unlocked his sort of prison that he was in by going down there, accessing the runes, and approaching specifically those with Magi given braces needed to be the ones that unlocked the prison that he was in. And you guys did that for him. And he said that in his gratitude you could join him, and that his plan was to release or to revive one of the ancient Magi, the one that he was working for, that he had his own pursuit granted by this Magi to bring that Magi back after they all got wiped out pretty much. You chose not to join him. He said fine, doesn't matter, good luck, and then hung up.
Literally gone.
And you guys swam out of there. And that is an extremely short sum up of what happened last week.
Extremely short.
Is it like sometimes I'm like, there's just way too much to try and sum up. If you didn't
last
see
week
it,
was crazy.
that was just a little brain refresher more than anything else. And so then you guys began to swim back up finally out from the sort of underwater river thing.
Water river.
Water river. I'll just bring you guys over.
What a river.
Yeah.
Yeah, oldest is a shifter.
Shut up, John.
Listen, you spoiled it
and
last week.
I did.
Oldest is a shifter as well. Actually, I spoiled it the very first week. He showed up by putting the wrong overlay up, so don't worry about that.
I literally didn't even see that.
There was like one eagle-eyed viewer that was like,
Oh yeah, there was like 3 people in the Discord that were like,
I'm pretty sure
I
that
think I saw that. It was super
Good for
annoying,
them.
really, and I don't understand why OBS does that. I was in studio mode and everything, and it still switched the PNG.
"Yeah,
out.
nobody noticed." Like 5 people noticed. The rest of them, those
I don't
5
care.
people, they don't.
It would only have been
Proud
annoying.
of them. That's hard to do.
Yeah.
Hey, none of you knew it. That's what mattered, because I turned into a thingy and you guys all got scared.
Yeah, that was not chill.
Back underwater. So
Still?
you guys.
Because we emerged with our masks, didn't we?
Oh, you also have masks, and we'll get into that in a second.
I think we're still underwater though with the
Okay.
mask.
Okay.
We were talking underwater.
Yeah, sorry. No, when you left, you each had a mask on. Once you went through the mirror to come to leave, you came out with a mask on your faces. And I'm just gonna hit this music for no reason
Please
whatsoever.
don't. Is it scary?
Hit it.
Ooh.
Play that shit.
Ooh.
You guys start swimming upwards. Who's got the mask on?
What?
Who
What?
has it on?
I think we all took it off.
Yeah, we all had it on and then took it off.
Right. All of you put your masks away, and you begin swimming upwards. And it takes a little while for you to swim upwards. Again, you're about 100 feet down. It takes a little bit to swim all the way back up to the. Oh God, what now? Who's losing it? Who's
Just
losing
pictures of you,
HP?
Brad. I'm just looking at pictures of you. That's all.
It's fine.
Actually, I'm not laughing at you, Brad. I would like to know that you look beautiful.
That's a great picture.
So good. It gets your blank expression perfectly.
It's, it looks exactly, it's spot
The
on.
face he's making right now is that.
The face.
Exactly the right face.
And like, look at the reflection too of his eyeglasses.
We
Like
need to
literally.
get him that hat.
I take out my wizard hat.
There you go, chat. That's what they're laughing at. That's the image. Everyone roll me D100.
Oh man.
Oh, no. We,
Oh, he was talking to chat. He was talking to chat.
Everyone
Chat has to roll him a D100.
Roll me D100.
Okay.
guys, why do you do this whack?
51.
Oh come on.
67.
Why is this sad music playing
52.
now?
Trying to make
That's
me
how
cry.
much damage you all take.
That's
from
how much
migraine
damage you
inflicted.
all take from the migraine.
Fuck
Times
yeah, I'm still alive.
times 50.
That's a bingo card. Brad complains.
It's all over.
Bingo, bingo.
Well, this has been a great season of a new show here on Tablestory. Thanks everybody for watching Darkfire and enjoying this awesome show that we've had. We appreciate it.
Okay.
Come on next week for
Okay.
You guys are swimming. You guys are swimming and swimming and swimming. Yeah.
Oh, the roll got us nothing.
No.
That we know of.
That we know of.
You guys are swimming upwards. It's pretty dark at the bottom, obviously, but once you start swimming upwards, you start to each notice great flashes of light the closer you come to the surface. It's basically pitch darkness, and you would assume that it's nighttime up there because as you're going upwards, you can tell that the top of the river is not. My dog is ruining my life. I hate
Always.
you.
But you love it so much.
I hate him so much. You can assume that it's nighttime because the closer you start swimming upwards, you can't see the daylight, obviously.
But are we able to differentiate? Like, are we able to tell that it's above us, or does it just seem like darkness all the way up?
Well, every now and then there is a flash of light.
Okay.
Other than that, it's pitch black. And when you came
Like
down, it
bomb
was
flash or like moonlight flash.
like lightning.
Okay.
When you came down here, it was daylight. So when you looked up, you could see the light at the top of the river. You know? As you're swimming upwards, you can see that it is. You'd assume dark, as in nighttime. You keep swimming upwards, I assume. And I think you probably after swimming the majority of the distance, you can tell now that there's a massive storm raging on the surface. You can hear muffled like thunder booms. You can see that these are arcs of lightning that are kind of bursting through the sky and lighting up the top of the river. As you're swimming upwards and you are about to break the surface, there is a sort of blinding flash. The water above you freezes, and your arms, maybe whoever's at the top about to break through the surface, thuds.
That was me, I think.
You?
Or no,
Swimming
Rin
first?
was first, and I followed Rin.
Yeah.
So maybe Rin, you're about to break through the surface, and your hand just doom hits the underside of some thick ice. The storm above you seems to have stopped. And there is bright daylight there now. It would also be so bright because you guys have been underwater for so long. Since the first time that you guys went underwater, it's pretty much been in darkness or gloom. Even when you were in the lit room, it was still pretty dingy. So for a moment, your eyes will probably be relatively sore because there's just light. But you can tell now that you guys are under a sheet of ice, and it looks like it goes all the way along the river here. And there are portions where it's much darker, as if it's underneath something. And while the trinket is still on, the cold of the river doesn't really affect you, but you can probably tell that it's significantly colder. And all four of you are now underneath this sheet of ice in the river.
Okay.
By daylight.
What's happening?
I'm gonna try to stab it with my spear.
All right, yeah, give me an attack roll.
Okay. Oh, I was like, why isn't this working? Because I'm clicking on Rin tattoo.
Does you know how to do this now?
Okay.
That is a hit.
25.
Yeah.
Holy
Give me the
crap.
damage.
Didn't miss the ice.
Thank goodness.
You
8 piercing.
pull out a spear and then just... And you begin to break the ice. I don't think it probably breaks it entirely, but it's quite easy. You can see that your hit is like... And it's the perfect weapon to try and do this while you're under there.
Well, I'm level 5 now, bitches, so I will attack again for free.
Okay.
Thanks.
Get that ice, girl!
Get it.
I don't say that in character.
16.
That's another hit. Give me the damage.
Yes.
My
7.
God.
You see it crack. It does that kind of like classic like spider web of cracking outwards from the hole where the spear breaks through, and then you can see that like chunks have started to pull away, and you could probably get your hand up and start to pull the chunks away and break the surface now.
What's going on?
There.
What's happening?
It feels very cold here, though.
I pull myself out.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I want to pull myself up on top of the ice.
Okay. Is everyone doing this?
Yeah. Rin's. I'm following Rin.
So, as each of you pulls yourself out of this icy river, you look around you, and there is only really small patches of like icy surface from the river that you've seen around you. Other than that, there's just endless snow. All around you, as far as the eye can see, is just a blanket of thick snow. There's a sort of semi-blizzard, like the wind is blowing pretty hard. There's snow falling all around you, on you immediately. The sun is casting a blinding whiteness off of the white snow. The trinket seems to retain some of its magic on the surface, allowing you to endure the freezing here. Even so, you can immediately tell that it is unbelievably cold. Let me put you on the world map.
We've teleported through time. Oh, fuck. Not good.
You guys are here.
Great!
Give me perception checks.
You got it, boss.
What?
Also, quick question.
Bam!
16.
16.
Are we cold? Because the amulets work. That's 21 for Rin.
Yeah.
Per percent. Do the amulets only work underwater to protect us from the cold?
Give me an intelligence check or an investigation check. Maybe even an arcana check, if you're more proficient with that.
16. Perception.
Archimedes! Archimedes!
Oh, yes!
Your
Your bird!
So as you each come out and you're hit by this thing, Rin, you grab the trinket and kind of look it over. As far as you can tell, the trinket, by some luck, for some reason, is providing some level of cold resistance for you up here. Maybe it's because the snow is water-based. Maybe it's just that the part of the amulet's abilities is to stop you from feeling like extreme colds. But for some reason, you're getting some of the effect of the trinket. And you would also estimate that without it, you would probably be... You might only have a couple of hours in this before you die. It's unbelievably cold. We're talking like, like North Pole. Iridia starts shouting for Archimedes. Looking around you, Iro, it's pretty hard to see anything. There are lulls in the blizzard, but Archimedes doesn't show up, doesn't respond, doesn't fly down to you, and you can't see him anywhere. 16 perception from Drift, 21 perception from Rin, and 16 perception from Iridia. You take a glance around. Stepping away from the hole over the river, you see that it's almost already covered entirely in ice again, as the sheets of ice begin to build once again over the hole that you've
cold
made.
Wow.
And you see in the distance, pretty much every so often, maybe after a minute or two here, when the blizzard lulls, you can make out a mountain range to the far west and a forest to the east. They seem about equidistant, but they might be over 100 miles away at this point. It's pretty hard to make out. And it's kind of hard to see. You kind of just barely make it out every so often. The blizzard doesn't seem to be too bad right now in a freak stroke of luck. Around you there is snow though, and it's about 15 inches deep as you're stepping through it. You can tell that some parts of it are covering the river because you swam up from the river. The river seemed the same and it's below you, but you can only see patches of it and small patches of that.
Where are we?
What is happening?
If you guys turn and look at me, I have like my like cloak thing. I have it pulled up and I have it tightened so you can only see like my eyebrows and my mouth. And then I've just got the rest of my cloak around me and I look like I'm like real tight. And I'm like, well, it appears as though either we've time traveled or we're just. Wait, this isn't where you. Hold on. It wasn't snowing when I came to you. Was it snowing where you were at beforehand?
No, it wasn't. It was beautiful out. It was not like this at all.
Well, it seems as though. Oh, grand. We're wet and cold. Maybe we should make a fire.
Are we actually wet? I don't know how these medallions work.
Oh yeah, you're wet.
Oh fuck. Okay.
And I'm in my fucking ugly ass. Right? I'm still in this stupid goddamn wardrobe. I look so dumb in the snow. I don't look cool at all.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go look around.
The hat will keep the snow out with your eyes.
Wood to make a fire. Is that all right? I'm going to make a fire, if that's all right.
How are you gonna make a fire in this?
That's a good idea on the ice.
Give me a survival check to look around for stuff to make a fire out of. What are the others doing? What are you guys doing here?
Man, I
I
don't
said
know.
15 feet.
Yeah, that's.
Like can I even climb to the top of that? Really?
I'm trying
Not 15
to
feet,
judge.
15 inches. Did I say 15 feet of snow?
You said 15 inches.
Yeah.
Oh, 15
okay.
inches. Okay. I was like, dude, I can't see anything.
That would be insane. You'd probably just die.
Okay, cool.
You'd suffocate.
I'm trying to discern if this is some sort of illusion.
Okay, give me an Arcana check. Rin, Drift doing anything significant immediately, or just knocking around?
That's a 20.
I'm overwhelmed. No, nothing yet.
Iro, this is not an illusion. You're pretty sure that this is happening. The effects of something is going on. I think probably by the time you guys made it through the dungeon below, you could tell that it was kind of a wishy-washy dreamscape. There was something odd about the environment, about the effect of the magic on the dungeon that you were just in, that allows you to kind of feel a little more grounded now that you're out of it. Kind of like when you come up from a really vivid dream, you still go, okay, well that was a dream. I've come out of it now and I've awoken from it. Because of that, you can it helps to ground you here, and you can look around and say, well, I think this is where we are. Where we are in the world, don't know. What's going on? You can hazard guesses, but as far as you can tell, this seems to be real. And you guys you've teleported via a gate before.
Familiar, or does the forest look familiar at all?
You can give me a survival check, I guess, or a history check. I think would be fair.
I would like to see if I recognize the area too.
Yeah.
It's a 10 on the survival
Anyone
check.
can roll that to try and work out what's
I
going
will
on.
probably.
I got a 19 for my fire one. Do you want me to roll another survival check to see if I know where we're at?
No, because with a 19, you can tell that there's no firewood around. When you move off the river a little, maybe you take a little way off and you're kicking at snow or digging at it a little bit, you do eventually find some grass and some mud. Not really grass, just kind of mud, and stone and rock near the riverbed, underneath the snow. It stops being ice at one point and becomes kind of a muddy ground, frozen, hard, solid mud. But the only firewood you've got any hope of getting in this area, even if you find it, would be very wet. But it doesn't look like there's any here. The extreme lack of anything makes this a very dangerous and worrisome environment to be in suddenly. Iro, survival 10, Rin, survival 22, Drift, survival 16, and give me another one, Olds, if you want to try and determine where you are in the world.
I'd like to do that, yeah. That's what I'd like to do. I'm gonna do that. Yes. There you go, 5.
You have no idea where you are. For you, this is probably bullshit. You just keep getting teleported around, and it's just confusing as fuck. Like you just one day you're in Spain, then you get teleported to the North Pole, and then you get teleported to Brazil. You'd just be like, what the fuck is going on? The others, Iro, the mountains don't look familiar to you. In a way, the forest looks a little familiar to you. It looks a little like your forest. Drift and Rune, the mountains on the west of you. There are certain peaks that look very similar to the way that the peaks looked of the mountains where Hasmol's fire dungeon is.
I want to. Okay, we should probably not just stand here. We should probably try to find some.
It's the first good idea you've had.
Yeah, we need to go.
Did you say it was the first good idea I've had?
We
should
didn't say
probably
that.
move on. We need to make some sort of decision.
I had quite a few good ideas in my day. Quite a
So
few.
where do we go?
Well, can I tell which way south, east, west, north, and shit?
By licking your finger, you can.
You can give me a yeah,
See which way the
give me
wind's blowing.
another survival check for it and get ready to do a few of these.
11.
11. The sun is at the tippity top peak in the middle of the sky above you, and because of that, you can determine which way you kind of
12
would
PM.
need to go. It's 12 p.m. You know what time it is, and the mountain range is for sure west of you. The forest being east. In fact, I don't even know if maybe you see them if they pointed them out. So you have an idea, yeah. It's really difficult though, and if this blizzard gets worse, it could become really, really difficult to determine which way northeast, southwest is.
We should get moving before this blizzard gets worse. This is that's west, and this is definitely north. So we'll probably want to start moving. In fact, gosh,
We need to find Hasmol. Right? And the only place that we've ever seen Hasmol was in the mountains, so I guess we go back to the mountains? I don't know, that's my only guess.
Brad, didn't you say somebody saw something with Hasmol?
The mountain peaks look similar to Rin, Iro, and Drift.
Not to me, okay. Yep.
But yeah.
I thought only recognized the forest.
Oh yeah, no, you recognize the forest. Sorry, yeah. Rin and Drift saw.
Does anyone
See the mountain.
notice anything? That forest in the distance looks very familiar to me.
The mountain range looks like where we came from.
Does it?
Yeah. it does.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it,
Right there. Yeah. See?
yeah,
That's like
right.
Where we came down.
Yes,
and then
right.
Can we walk and talk by chance? Would that
Well,
be
that, this
because
is
we
two
need to make
separate
a
directions.
What did you both just say?
We need to make a decision.
All right, well, let's make that decision quickly. It's very cold.
I understand.
Yes, which direction then? That's east, this is west, that's north, this is south.
I say
You
we go to
guys
the
know
mountains.
more than I do at this point in time.
Although mountains would be higher, maybe we can get some cover in the forest.
I mean, how long is it going to take us to walk all the way back to the mountains?
I'm
We don't have any
Probably
food or...
we get colder as we get higher in the mountains as well.
That's what I was thinking.
We should go somewhere beforehand and maybe come back.
this demon, this Darkfire.
It'll warm us up real quick, won't it?
It led us to believe that it was after Hasmol, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
If those are the mountains that we came from, if this is anything like where we're from, if this is the same place, I don't know. But if it was going towards Hasmol, it would be going to the mountains. Now, the question is that where we go? Do we have any chance of reaching the mountains before this creature?
We could also possibly find shelter first. That might be a good idea.
I mean, do you
Shelter
think
is
he's
good.
trying to actually find Hasmol?
We have been tricked into opening this creature's prison. What if we are not meant to go there? Believe me, the last place that I want to go, and I look towards the forest, is there.
Well, then we're not going there. We'll go to the mountains.
I think it's the last place he wants to go, but it's the place we need to go.
Could be true, because I don't think it's a wise choice for us to go to any mountains without the proper gear. And on top of that, we're going to freeze to death if we don't get out of here.
It's very true.
I think the only thing we should worry about, I think our plan should be to find shelter or to get out of this blizzard, because this blizzard gets worse and
We have to pick a direction first, and then we will find shelter.
That's for sure. Well, if the mountains...
I read that there may be a room in the forest.
You what?
To the west.
What?
Yeah, in that book, it mentioned a couple of different places, and one of it sounded like the Feyland.
It's the east.
Oh no.
Wait, so are we standing on where we were when we
I
went
think
under?
so.
I don't know. Do we see anything that might look like a rooftop or some
No,
such?
but those mountains are.
You're right. I know.
I don't know why or how, but
Brad, I would like to do something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you'll allow this, but I think it'd be kind of a neat thing. So that whole thing with my character, how you can smell, right? Could I smell the air and see if I recognize any smells that maybe I'd seen in my past that might give me an idea of where we're at?
What is your unique thing with smell?
It was, so there was let me open it up real quick and read it out to you. Gotta find it. I've never had so much on my fucking pages before. Carry on. You guys carry on while I read it. I gotta find this real quick.
What do you think? We're all in this together.
I start shouting for Haswell.
You start shouting for Hasmol.
Yep.
Okay.
Really fucking. I don't know. I'm mad. We got tricked. Yeah, I'm just gonna start shouting and see if he answers.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably out there in the middle of nowhere in this kind of snowstorm, just shouting into the fucking endless winds. There's no response. There's nothing. There's no fucking shaft of light. There's no bolt of lightning. He doesn't come riding in on a horse. There's nothing.
I don't want that.
Rin,
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
I don't think that's gonna
We're just
work.
in this mess because of him, and
I know, but I don't think he's here.
Two things real quick.
I'd chill her out for a second.
I have keen smell, which is on wisdom perception checks. I can rely on smell. I get an advantage on that. And then the other one was the wild hunt one, which is you honed your tracking and stalking senses, allowing you to track by scent. You gain the following benefits. You add a double proficiency bonus, blah, blah, blah. You gain proficiency in the wisdom perception skill. And it's basically the thing I was kind of thinking is like if I'd be able to smell the air with any of that and just kind of see if I would recognize any smells. I guess is kind of what I'm down to.
Yeah,
It's
give
pretty simple.
me perception check just to sniff around, sniff in the air.
And then I guess I don't get advantage on that because I'm not looking for something specific that I would already know, right? Because that's kind of how that read. So yeah, it's just a normal roll. I'm answering my own question. 16.
16. Roll me a d20 as well.
Ooh.
1.
A 1. A
think it's
natural 1. You
Just trying to figure
smell you smell smells for sure. You pick up on the scent of a couple of animals. You can smell most notably the smell of what might be a dog or a wolf. Not necessarily nearby, not like it's behind you, but there have been wolves in this area. And it's a very faint smell. You also pick up the scent of something else that just smells, I guess it might smell something like a kind of real dirty pig or something to you, but I don't think it's something that you recognize as a creature. But in terms of do you smell something that you recognize like a town, like a city, like a location, like a person, something like that. Nothing.
Smell something, oldest?
Well, something. It's definitely animals. We should be careful. There's definitely potentially some kind of wolves or something. Maybe not super close to us, but not too far away. But there's also this. If you're hungry, there's definitely some kind of pig rolling in shit somewhere in the next, not too far from here. But you know,
Sounds
the good news.
incredibly appetizing.
But think about it though. If there's a pig and if it is rolling in its own shit, it's either on its own or it's at a farm. It's the farm. Can I tell which direction it's coming from?
I don't think so. It's a blizzard. Or a very light.
Windy out to tell which way the lot of smells going through right now.
To the mountains or to the forest? I'm going with forest.
I would say forest as well. The mountains are just going to get colder.
Hero? Ren?
I'm still looking like at the forest.
Why do you keep staring at that forest so strongly? Not like
my
forests?
home.
I love forests. What'd you say?
It's my home.
Are you positive? There are a lot of forests in this world, and we're in the middle of a blizzard. You sure?
I touch Eero's shoulder, like, it's gonna be okay. And then I start walking towards the woods.
And also, may I ask one of you, by any weird chance, do any of you have a potion or something I could drink that would make my body feel a little bit better? And you look at him and he's still like, you could tell like he's still kind of weak from like getting hit in the shoulder with a huge ass piece of mirror. Not holding up the best. If we get in a fight with something, it might be trouble for me. Anybody by chance?
All I've got is tea.
Tea? What kind of tea? I like tea.
Can we walk and talk?
Yes.
Let's walk and talk.
As I said a couple of minutes ago, yes. Does anybody have anything though, by chance?
I have nothing.
I mean, doesn't
Terrible with
I mean,
medicine.
Tea does sound very good.
I mean, can you make tea right now? Like
I
while we're
probably couldn't because I need a fire. So
Well, let's
But
be on our
hopefully-
way.
So
but
we
I'll
should
make
get
it
the-
as soon as
we
we
should
get there.
get somewhere where we
yeah,
can make
once we get to the
fire.
forest, we can
Tea
have
does
tea.
sound
We need to
excellent.
get anywhere where we can rest, I think, too.
You should really try this tea though when we get there, because it's
All right, that's fine.
it's
We definitely
really-
should get. I need
No,
to.
but listen. Yeah, it's really good.
All right. Okay.
Yes.
Eucalyptus?
I'm going to start following Rin towards the forest.
Is it mint in? I get closer to Rin and kind of sniff by her. What?
Ew, what are you doing?
I'm trying to smell your tea. What is in there? Is that?
I kind of like smack him away a little. Like, get your nose away from me.
Eero. As you start following these guys and Rin is patting it or bang at Old's nose.
Like a dog, like you smacked their nose.
Drifts ridiculously shiny clothing, almost unbearable to look at in the blinding light and whiteness.
Come on, man.
There's a moment where the wind lulls on, and your vision is cleared again, and you can see that forest ahead of you. This is your forest for sure, but it's also not. The layout is a little different. It's much smaller. The location seems a little off, and there's something different about it that you probably can't put your finger on. But you definitely, as you start walking towards it, you're pretty goddamn 100% that this is your forest. Next order of
Every
business.
step is like a little chill, aside from the actual wind and snow.
The masks. Let me tell you what they do. Bam.
What?
The Mask of Night Storm. It's a plain white mask. made what seems like light wood. There are eye-shaped holes and a protrusion for the nose. Across the mask is that rune, the Rune of Nightstorm, which is painted in blue. And after you passed through the Rune of Nightstorm, and that's what you did, you guys were asking, when you're going to get the rune? What is the rune? You were in the rune, just for the record, as some meta. You were in it the whole time. Once you pass through the Rune of Nightstorm, you're able to channel a portion of that magic through the mask. Using a bonus action, you can don the mask on and off. So if you're in combat and you want to put it on or take it off, it takes a bonus action to do. And while you're wearing the mask, you are able to, once per short rest, cast the cantrip Message with anyone you've met before. You can basically Metal Gear Solid codec call anyone you've ever met. As long as you've...
Do we know this? Is this inherent in our knowledge of possessing these masks?
I think when you put the mask on next, it will be. You'll
Can they be anywhere?
Pretty much. They would yeah. They can be.
You're telling us this before we put it on?
Well, it's just at the moment technically you're attuning to it. Once you're attuned to it, you understand the capabilities of it because you now somewhat possess the Rune of Nightstorm yourselves. And this is how you're able to harness it and use it.
Why would we want to put this back on?
With your tiny, little, frail, un-magi bodies, you can use a little bit of the power, and this is kind of its physical form, is the mask. So when you put it on next, you will understand that you have the ability to do this in the same way that you kind of innately understand how to cast any magics that you know anyway. This mask will allow you to do this. Within reason, you can cast Message with basically anyone you've met before once per short rest. So you can do one. The message cantrip you can search and look up, and you can even add it to your character sheet if you want. But remember, you can only use it with this.
The only reason I ask is because, like, if we knew this right when we got out, or like right now even, like, wouldn't we throw it on and just talk to Hasmal?
Yeah,
or try to.
And that's why I've waited to tell you, because you will have attuned to it now, but since you haven't put it on, you don't know yet. So we'll put it at that. As soon as you put this on, you'll go, wait, that's what this can do. I can do this now. You'll just know.
Right.
So I wouldn't put it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't put it on. There's no way. I'm terrified.
Well, also,
There's no way.
once per long rest, if you're wearing this, when you fail a saving throw against magical effects, you may choose to make it instead, so you can pass. Or I guess you can choose to pass it instead. Would be a better way for me to word that.
You already put that in our character sheets.
I'll
just copy.
I didn't, but if you scroll down on the mask, you see you can scroll down. It's there.
Oh, perfect.
And you can add it. So all of the information is on the image on the handout.
Oh, okay. Then I'll just leave it on the handout.
So that's what it can. That's what it can do.
Teacher Brad.
It's a homebrew thing, so bear with me.
Wow.
If it does a thing. Yeah, it's strong and useful, and that's what it does. So.
Wow.
You guys start walking away, and you start heading towards the woods here. The woods are pretty far away. In terms of what we're looking at on the map here, it's pretty much the same thing as what you had before. You're looking at roughly 8 days travel across this snow towards the edge of this forest. And you might not know that exactly in character, but that's what you're looking at here. It's the same as the overland travel that you were doing previously, in that each day you'll roll or you'll do things, and you'll need to do some travel jobs. Something that might be very important to you as you set out is how many rations each of you have. And you need about half a ration per day minimum to not suffer an exhaustion point. And I know we haven't tracked this perfectly, but I looked at your character sheets, and I think that's probably about fair what you each have. So that's what you have in your bags. When you open your bags and look in, like, fuck, what food do I have here? This is what I've got. So make a note of that and be aware of that. Because you guys are starting to walk through this 15-inch deep snow, and the terrain is quite hard to move in. I wouldn't call it difficult terrain, but it is difficult terrain in a way. Your clothing is already wet, and it's sloshing in the snow. It's never going to dry. The mud kind of kicks up in some points as you start to move off of the, like the snow and the river you leave behind quite quickly, and then start to move along the mud.
Right, make a history check.
Why? What?
I want to see if I know how to make an igloo.
That would be a survival check.
Oh, okay. 15.
You kind of know how to make an igloo.
All right.
The blizzard, it picks up and it slows constantly. It picks up and then it slows down. Then it picks up and then it slows down. And you guys just begin to walk and walk and walk, I guess. The travel's going to be hard on your legs. It's pretty difficult to do. There's the sun, which is just bright. You guys don't have sunglasses or anything. So it's really hard on your eyes. And you're all pretty convinced at this point that the cold would have probably killed you. Would kill you within, a couple hours.
I would definitely. I used one of my costumes to tuck into the holes in that puzzle room, but I would be using parts of the costumes to just supplement my warmth.
Yeah. You can for sure do that. Again, the trinket is really tanking everything, to a degree. But it is daytime right now. Travel tasks.
Oh, it's so cold.
If you'll recall, we did travel tasks before where you had to pick a navigator, a scout, and a forager. I'll tell you essentially what each one does. The navigator will have to do a survival check in order to keep heading in the direction that you want to head. Essentially, you want to keep heading towards the forest, towards the east, slightly north. And this person is going to be in charge of ensuring that you stay on track with that. The
Got it.
Scout is somebody who is going to be keeping an eye out for enemies, staying hyper vigilant, scouting ahead, looking out for tracks, looking above, looking under, looking around. If you don't need a scout, but there's a higher chance of being attacked if you don't have one.
I am.
Or you fail. You can have somebody forage. You guys have got to do 8 days of travel without. That's if you just do this. If you just go, bam, we're going and we're going to make it there. Water is easy to find. Surprise, surprise. And as such, you'll never.
Hold out your tongue.
You'll never die of thirst. But food is looking nigh on impossible to find. So it would be really hard to forage for food here, but it is possible. So if you want to decide who does what, there's navigation, scout, and forage, which is survival, perception, survival, as daily checks.
I suppose I'll forage. Or unless you want to do it, Rune.
I'm actually way better with eyes and keeping an eye out, so.
All right, well, perhaps you can assist Aldous.
I can totally take care of the navigation. This is pretty straightforward.
Are you sure about that? What have you done?
I was the one to find where we needed to go in the last thing. Which had to follow. I followed a map, and
so what if the snow picks up and it starts snowing heavier, and you can't see more than 20 feet in front of you?
Oh my God, we get it. You can scout out our path.
What?
Go ahead.
Do you want to be the? Did you want to do the scouting?
That isn't what I was saying at all. I was genuinely asking you if you knew what to do. That was all.
Yeah. In that kind of moment, I would, I picked up a trick when I was a kid, that you have to just keep your eyes on the prize.
You've known him longer than me. Is this true?
No, it's not true. We should wait. You don't want to walk. You don't want to try walking if you can't see in front of you.
You move at a slower pace. Is all I'm trying to say is, trust me, I got this, guys.
We could always do it together.
Yeah, sure. You want to waste your skills on that? That's fine.
Waste? What do you think my skills are, Drew? As we're walking.
Interrupting people. Always making light of every situation.
All right.
being funny. You're a pretty funny guy.
Oh, thank you.
No
Appreciate
problem. Yeah, I think those are your skills. Turning into a werewolf seemed to be one of your.
Not a werewolf, but
Then what are you?
a shifter.
What is that?
What does that mean?
Well,
Can you turn into me?
no, I know why you think it's a werewolf is because my face gets a little longer. But if you'll notice, my face doesn't turn into what would appear what a wolf would look like. The difference is that imagine a werewolf turning into a werewolf turns into an actual wolf, right? I only half turn into a wolf. I do become stronger, but I keep a little more of a human form, if that makes sense. There's a decent amount of us shifters. In fact, there's a whole crew that I'm a little worried about right now, that I wish I could somehow or another talk to. I only know of one werewolf, and that was the leader of our group. And
Are you not good enough to be a werewolf?
it's not about being good enough to be a werewolf. It's more so about werewolves not really existing as much anymore. I only know of one, and he was the leader of our brigade. And he is also who made me who I am.
What do you mean made you who you are?
Made me a shifter. I was not always a shifter.
You weren't
Can you
born.
make me a shifter?
I cannot, but I do know someone who could.
I don't want to be. I was just asking if that's a thing I should worry about when I'm sleeping.
No, I
I-
can't make anybody a shifter. In fact, it's kind of nice though, because it was a weird change at first, and it's a little painful, but it's had its benefits.
Can you shift into a fish and swim under the water and tell us where we are?
No, that's not quite how it works, but I can, when I shift, I turn into more of a wolf form, yes. It's just not a werewolf.
Half wolf. You're not a full wolf.
Basically, yes.
Yeah, because
If I was a werewolf,
Like
I
a
would
wolf.
be much stronger. What did you say? Like a what?
Like a man wolf. Like a mulf.
You're a mulf.
Wolf. I never thought about it that way. Also, what?
Uh-oh, here it goes.
What? What's wrong?
I have to sneeze.
He's about to ask us something.
Oh, I have to sneeze.
Oh, God. Do you turn into a werewolf when you sneeze?
No, in fact, I actually don't have as much control over it as you would think yet. I've
Wonderful.
only been dealing with this for a little over a year, probably, and
So,
it takes a lot of learning to be able to do it. Yes, if I wanted to, a lot of it has to do with, I don't know, like
wait, so what other shifters are out there? What else can you turn into?
it's just what I look like.
Wolf?
It's mainly wolves. Yes, it doesn't do anything.
So no cows?
The reason that we're considered shifters instead of a werewolf is because we're not full formed into a werewolf. If I was full formed into a werewolf at this age, I probably would have killed all three of you. Not purposely. No, you laugh, but I'm not lying. You don't have. The only werewolf I've ever met had complete control, but he explained to me that the reason that most of us don't turn into straight werewolves is because we can't control it, which, as a shifter, you can control it a lot better.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Not look at us that way, Brad.
I love Wax Face was the best thing.
I'm on foraging duty.
I know. All right, Rune, is that 9 perception there for scouting there?
Yeah, that was mine.
All right. While you guys
I didn't roll for my
having a
Fuck!
conversation
my
here,
survival yet.
and like Old
That's
is
a
like
natural
walking along,
20 for my,
Oh my-
foraging.
foraging. Nice. Okay.
And this is to make sure we're going in the right direction. 22.
Heading
Get
in the
fucked.
right direction for the first day. Yeah, what's the fastest route here? Probably to this one. I need to move it over here.
Brad rolled the 20 for
And
anyone who's
then-
listening.
And then
Randomly while we were talking, just having a great conversation.
Oz, what are you doing during this?
So you said there was foraging, scouting, and what else was there? Like paying
Navigation.
attention, navigation.
You were helping me.
I think I was mainly helping with like the navigation and scouting things. So you just want me to roll survival?
So just pick
Yep.
one. Yeah.
Next time you have to
Navigation.
declare
Hidden-
these first before you roll.
Well, if you're doing scouting, then I guess I would be doing navigation unless Rune is doing that.
No, we're both doing navigation because there's only 3 things and 4 people. You didn't trust me that much.
Well,
Yeah, he's like chatting away. I'm kind of a werewolf and I don't have too much control over it. And Drifter's like, oh man, that's cool, man. That's like the coolest thing I ever done heard. We're not in any trouble. And Rune is walking along just like anime, the little cross on the side of her head. Maybe not paying enough attention. And Iridir sees something. Roll me a d4, Hero.
Shit.
2.
A 2. Holy shit. You found some food. I think you can eat it.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
Hero!
Yes, it appears as though I don't have much. Hero, what are you looking at?
I assume you can eat it, Hero. It's flying at you.
I fire a crossbow bolt.
What is he doing?
At something like in the snow.
What is he doing?
It's
Something
above
there.
you.
I
It's
got
above
it!
you.
What is it?
Give me an attack roll.
Poor little buddy.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's a 20.
Wow.
Wow, nicely done. Let me just set
For
this up.
9 damage.
Brad looks shocked. For anyone who's listening to this, Brad looks absolutely shocked.
There's a 1 out of 900 chance of finding food in this barren wasteland. And you found it, you fucker.
Oh my god, what if he killed his bird?
No.
If I killed Archimedes, I'm done. I'm just gonna turn off the stream.
Can you
I'm done.
imagine how awful that would be?
Stop it.
No, you know the rules. There is always one pet rule. Unless you actively engage them in combat, your pets have plot armor.
Yeah, they're gonna be okay.
You're good. No, it's way worse than that. You you fire at something that's flying towards you, and like probably you see it, and you're like, oh, in the snow through the blizzard. There's like something flying towards you. You're like, hell yeah, that's dinner. Whatever that is, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna cut it up and eat it. And you just you fire a crossbow bolt. And that's when you hear the thing fucking roar. Just a horrendous. And then there's a large kind of wingspan.
No!
And through the blizzard, you see a giant reptilian white face, huge wings, and then a tail as a thing with a crossbow bolt in its eye flies towards you. I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative.
Today was gonna be chill episode.
And so did I, but this is what you rolled.
We are super.
What the fuck?
Against a white dragon.
Alright.
Are we dead?
It's not gonna be nice. Let me put the turn order up and
I
let's
didn't
see
want it
how
to end this way.
let's see how this
I never
goes.
thought it would end this way.
Why the fuck is the dragon just chilling here?
Because
I
rolled a
never
20.
wanted it to end this way.
Because I rolled a 20 and then you rolled a 2, which, do you know what? The 2 actually brought it down from the hardest thing you could fight here, so you're welcome. You'll be fine, right?
So, young dragon, young drake.
Oh my god, we're so fucked.
I clicked on my token still, and it didn't attach it to my token, but I did click on it.
I'll throw you in there. You should be able to adjust it yourself. Young white dragon flies towards you.
I don't even know what to
Most
do.
of the shots that I've taken with my crossbow bolt, by the way, have actually been really good.
Yeah.
I just don't do it very often. I don't like to kill things.
I'm fucking what?
Hey, you rolled a 3. That would be because it's got a crossbow bolt in its eye. All right, so it does take some damage.
Can we talk before we start this, like as a group?
Please.
Absolutely not.
Oh my god.
I mean, you guys have
like 2 seconds, right?
Iro
Like,
has
it's like
has
towards
bought you
us.
time. This thing was hunting you until Iro was like, I hunt it. And it bought you like a fraction of a second as it was like open its mouth to like eat Iro. It hits the thing and it kind of like it goes off course a little, buying you like kind of enough time on your turn. You have 6 seconds before it gets to you, and
Oh my god.
it takes
Okay.
some damage here. So let me just do the, what is it, 9? Was that what you rolled? Sorry, yeah, 9 piercing
Yes,
damage.
9 piercing damage.
Oh wait, I leveled. I should be at. Never mind. I'm an idiot. I leveled up. Ignore me.
Oh my god.
Oh,
my
what?
God.
Wait, should I be when you level? Do you go back to full health? Is that I don't know if I've ever asked that in D&D.
No. Technically,
Wait, why aren't you at full health?
Yeah,
We went back to full
I haven't because I got annihilated. That's why. Okay, so remember earlier when I was like, "Hey guys, I'm really hurting right now. Anybody able to help me out with that?" And then nobody said anything except they have tea. And don't anybody
Yeah.
remember when I got hit in the fucking chest with an ice shard or a bear shard?
You went back to full health after the final puzzle, but the glass that was in your back and stuff.
Oh my god.
Like I'm in a lot. That's why I asked her because I'm not in a good position. But you know, no big deal. You guys all hate me anyways. I'm a new character. It's okay. I get it.
I couldn't do shit. I was honest with you.
Drift, it's your turn. There's a
Yeah,
fucking,
I
it's a
know.
very obviously large white dragon flying
So
at
just
you.
in that moment, I think I would just be like, "What? What? No!" And I
to dinner.
and I'm just going to. Okay, where is Iro standing?
That
Sorry.
is a dragon. How big is this, Brad? Real quick.
Pretty fucking
scale.
big. It's a large creature.
Hey,
Let's
that's all you
see.
needed to say.
Okay. It's not actually. It's pretty big actually. In fact, it would be a little bigger than your average young white dragon. This guy is he's pretty big. He's I guess maybe like 16 feet long, something like that.
Also, is that true?
Taller
Would I-
than the snow.
the life that I got on my hit dice, Brad, would I actually get that on my health that is, or would my health change at all? Like, obviously, like my max health, right? But like, would I get the hit die that I roll and add
Does he
that to
get
the
them
health
to
that I
his
have?
max
Right now?
and his current is what he's asking
Yeah,
for
yeah.
the HP roll that he did.
Like if I got 5, would I get 5 points of health?
No, it just goes. Your max is
Just
increased.
towards the max. Okay.
Technically, you shouldn't have leveled up, you guys, because the way that D&D level ups work is that you need a long rest. But I'm not doing that.
All right, so it's my turn, yeah.
So you had the level up, but you don't change anything else. And yes, it is.
And the dragon, we're fighting this thing, right, guys? Like, yeah, we have
It's
no
not
fucking
really
choice.
giving you a choice, and it can fly really fast.
Okay.
There's not exactly much way to hide.
Yeah. All right. I'm
Believe
gonna
me,
move.
that was the first thing I looked for.
I'm gonna move up towards it like an idiot.
Also,
and,
remember, you guys are really good at killing now. And remember the last time you ran from a thing was not effective.
we're not running. I was making sure with the group.
That's just the meta, but you guys are good at killing stuff. You should be good at killing stuff.
In this moment, just since it's pretty far away, I'm just gonna pull out my crossbow, and I'm gonna fire the crossbow at it from here,
Crossbow?
just with the range. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah? I just didn't
Cool.
expect that. I didn't even know
What
you
else
had
am
a
I-
crossbow.
I can't even get close to him. Nothing I can do.
Okay.
I guess I
yeah.
can fire like a. Yeah. No, I'm gonna crossbow him.
All right.
23,
Another hit.
5 damage.
It like whistles through the air. This thing's like, it's coming downwards towards you. It's not very high up. It looks like it was already coming in kind of towards you.
Cool.
Yeah, you hit this thing. There's like a dun. As
Cool.
it fucking lets out another
And I'm
cry
just gonna
another little
scream
fucking
at it.
Splinter hits it.
Drift the curse breaker! And literally, just I'm going full flood. Like you see blood just crossing over my eyes, and just yeah. And
Alright.
that'll be it. That'll be it.
That's it. Rune. You are
Very
muted.
quiet for some reason.
What?
The wind picks up and covers
You
your
were.
voice for a second. And then,
You were for a sec.
I'm just okay. So I am going to fire my bow at it.
Alrighty, roll me a d20.
Oh my god.
That was a crit fail. For
was
Rune.
Oh my
natural
god.
one.
11.
11. And 11. You lose confidence and have disadvantage on attack rolls until you score a hit again. Wow, that sucks.
Okay. Well, I will try again with my second action.
Sure. Give me that disadvantage shot. And I don't know what's going on with your mic, but it's gone quiet again.
What? Oh, okay.
You sound very quiet again. Wow.
Yeah,
Double
very-
23s. you like one shaky shot, like, and you miss. You're like, ah, fuck you, dragon. Boom. And just fucking hit this thing. Give me the damage on the second one. 4. And you lose confidence all over again.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Yeah, so this thing, like as soon as you guys see it, there's just fucking projectiles launching up to it, and they're all hitting as you find like little patches where the plate on this thing's sort of natural armor is open, maybe like the underbelly or whatever, the classic. And yeah, you're hitting this thing. Anything else in your turn, Rune?
Yes.
Yes.
Can I use my bonus action to add an extra 1d4 of damage for my ranged attack?
Yeah.
So
I
can
guess
say
so.
shot?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what you and Drift can do.
So you can, I'm using Kinsey's shot. You can use a bonus action on your turn to make your ranged attacks more deadly. When you do so, any target you hit will take an extra 1d4 damage of the weapon type. And that would
Nice.
be my goal.
Yeah. I'm the best DM ever.
Oh my god.
That's a
I'm
1.
walking away. I'm walking away.
I wouldn't
What
walk,
the
I'd run.
fuck?
I don't know. Also, did I fix the mic? Is it okay?
Yeah,
Volume
that
good
sounds
now?
good, yeah.
Okay. All right.
The
was
yeah, I
for
mean
one
you
extra damage, by the
Kenzai
way.
shot this for 1 extra damage, making that total of 5. And yeah, you the arrow still hits and deals the damage. Olds.
Okay, so this is the first time in battle with a new character, so I'm going to ask a few
Yes.
questions here and there just to make sure I understand. The first thing I want to understand is if I want to... so I've got the cunning action thing where I can use a bonus action to hide. Technically speaking, I think I'd rather try to stealth and let this, like... Basically, I'm going to put it this way, Brad, you tell me if I can do it. Since this snow's so deep... Can I fucking straight bunny rabbit this fucking snow, dive into the snow, and start moving under the snow so he can't see me?
You can. I'll tell you this though. When you, as a rogue, use the hide thing, if you then attack, it's gonna know exactly where you are.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is I want to use it at first so I can get behind it and stab the fuck out of it in its legs and shit.
It's still up in the air. It's about 20 feet up.
Okay, so do I need to roll a stealth check?
If
Is
you're
that
doing
something
the
I
hide
can do?
action, yeah.
Okay,
Bonus.
so
You're using bonus action, cunning action, hide. The wrong way of
well,
stealth.
I guess the first thing do I roll stealth first before I make any of those decisions,
No.
or how do I do that? I've just never done it before, so I'm just making sure I understand.
Tell me what you're doing, and then you roll to see how effective you are.
Well, yep, I want to fucking hide, basically. I want to get away so he can't see me, so he can't attack me, because A, I'm really low, and B, if I'm going to attack him, I need to sneak up on him.
Okay. Yeah. Give me the stealth check.
Okay, wait. I'm going to attack him first, because I assume I need to attack him before I hide, correct?
Yeah.
If I want
You
to
want
do
to,
that.
yeah.
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is attack him, and I'm going to... So I
He's
only
still
get
gonna
one-
kind of know you're there, by the way. This hide to fucking shoot rogue thing isn't like an instant you turn invisible.
Sure.
Just
Yeah,
FYI.
absolutely, I understand. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot him with my crossbows that people don't know I have yet.
Yeah.
So you see Oldest kind of like frozen for a second. Yikes. And he's like, sees the crossbows go off, sees the other crossbows, he's like, well, fuck it. and you see him like throw open his cape in slow motion, and you see out of his wrist 2 mini crossbows come out from underneath his wrists, and he shoots it at him. Shoots it at the mic.
Give me the attack with each.
So I only roll 1 since I'm not using 1 as a bonus action, or how do we do that since we have the crossbow expert thing? Do I use both?
Let's try and remember, because this is what my offline character had before we started playing Numenera, and
Brad suckered me into it.
I had the same thing.
Dope.
I love my character in the offline one.
I love. He's like, my character has 2 crossbows up his sleeve, and I was like, that sounds sick as shit. Let's go.
We have a Patreon one shot that you can play in if you give us lots of money on Patreon. You can join it if you'd like at patreon.com/Tablestory. And sometimes we play D&D, sometimes we play Numenera, sometimes we play whatever we want. But in the D&D games that we play, when I'm not running it, actually, even when I was running it, I have a character called Rio, who is a dual-wielding crossbow thing. And Tiger, when we were making this, was like, "Hell yeah, man! Give me that!"
It's not sick as shit. I was like,
awesome.
you should think about trying this, and I was like, yes.
I love it. So
I think I just shoot 1. I think I just read the crossbow expert thing again.
Yeah,
I think unless I want to do a bonus action, I just shoot 1, right?
Yeah, it allows you to, on a bonus action, you can attack with the second hand crossbow that you're.
I'm using that bonus action for something else.
Yeah. So, okay, give me the 1 attack. The hand crossbows. Actually, what is a hand crossbow?
30-foot range.
Yeah. Max though.
That's the default range.
It says 30/120.
The max is 120, so you take disadvantage on anything after 30 feet.
Yeah, this thing is 50 feet, 60 feet, 55 feet away from you, so this is a disadvantage. Give me another attack roll.
You can still move, can't you?
You can, but he wants to hide. I don't know what he's saying.
An 8.
An 8. This thing just gets caught in a gust of the blizzard.
I need every amount of damage.
It just disappears into the blinding whiteness.
He does that, and he goes, "Fuck." And you just see him like you see him like legit like dive into the snow.
Yeah. And
I'll use the bonus action to hide in the snow, but I'm also going to be moving through the snow. By the way, I want to use that movement to move underneath the snow.
If you're moving underneath the snow, you're probably going to be crawling, so you will have half movement. So you might want to run and dive.
Okay, so I'll run. Let's see, where's he at compared to us? Okay, he's there. So I need to. Jesus Christ, there's so much room right now where we're at. I will run about 15. I'll run half to right about there, and then as I get there, I'll dive in, and I'll roll my stealth check for you now. Sorry, so if you're listening out there or watching, I have never played a rogue before, so I've never done battle until now. So
yeah, this is your first ever combat as a rogue.
16 for stealth.
Cool. You dive into the snow. Because it's only 15 feet of snow, you are prone.
I'm going to use the last bit of everything to move 2 more squares for my last bit. Is that right? Would I be able to do that? 15 and a half, so I guess at 15 and a half it'd be... So technically, would I just get 1? Does it round up or down?
I think you round up, so you can do 10.
Okay. So that I move... Let's see. 1, 2. Okay, yeah. 2 over.
He just vanishes. He just runs one way and then just dives into the snow. Hero.
Please.
I don't know if this is going to work, but I want to try something on the fly.
Let's go, baby!
So,
I think whatever we have to try is whatever we have to do. To be honest,
we're fucking...
we're legit toast if we can't do it. So,
if you were looking back at me, you'd start to see all these strange particles of shimmering light start to encompass my body, and it just starts to fall all around me. And I cast with a bonus action,
Moon Crystal Power
Mantle
Makeup.
of Inspiration.
What'd you cast?
Mantle of Inspiration.
Mantle of Inspiration.
Tell me about it. Read it to
Mantle of Inspiration. What does it do? Holy moly.
It's a temporary 5 HP for everyone else.
Oh, there you go.
So the 3 of you get 5 temporary HP, and my normal action, that's not a spell, that's my bardic thing that I can do. For
Right.
my regular action, I will probably move a bit. Yes, I'm going to move a bit this way, somewhere around here. Maybe, I don't know.
You get
Somewhere
8.
around.
You get 8. You're level 5 now. Everyone gets 8.
8
Oh,
hit
yes,
points.
8. Oh, that's so much better.
What? 8 each?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fantastic.
And you-
And I will also I will cast Fairy Fire on
Nice.
this creature.
Okay. It's been so long since I've seen Fairy Fire. Everyone
so 20
also
foot cube
has the
is
option.
illuminated in probably I'll go with the violet light.
Sure. Just for the record, you under the mantle of inspiration, everybody, if you want to move your speed as a reaction, you can. By the way,
What do you mean move your
You
speed?
can move up to your speed, but you use up your reaction.
yeah.
It's part of my bardic thing that I just
I
used.
can move 30 more feet. is what
Creature
you're
can
saying?
immediately use its reaction to move up to its speed without provoking opportunity attacks. So anybody here, if you want to use your reaction for
now?
this turn,
But you use your reaction.
Oh, no, I gotta keep my. gotta keep my reaction.
That actually might be a good idea for me, because technically speaking, he would have saw where I went under the snow at this point in time. But if I crawl another 30 feet, he might lose me, right?
maybe.
You'd only get half that, right?
Yeah, because I'm crawling. Yeah, so I can go
Do
another
it.
20 feet. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. If I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna move another 15.
Sure. The dragon needs to make a dex save, right?
Yes, it is a dexterity saving throw.
What's he got to beat?
16.
16. He makes a 6. So the dragon, which is kind of like white, it's got areas of kind of like a very pale grey along parts of his body, but for the most part, it's just like a kind of a dirty white. Is now suddenly just illuminated in like an odd kind of purple. He's got like an outer glow, a rim of purple around him. I assume, unless you have some bullshit that it changes
Little
how this
rim
looks to
jacket.
him, but I assume that's the general.
No, it's fine.
And yeah, he has like an outline on him. It makes him very easy to see and a lot easier to pick out in the snow, in the blizzard, and everybody can see him very clearly, giving you advantage on attacks, right?
Yes.
To hit him. Nice.
Wow.
And it can't turn invisible if it was able to.
Damn, dude.
He can't turn invisible. Oh no, that's what he was gonna do next.
I mean, technically, it's white snow, and he's a white dragon.
He's
so-
kind of already invisible, yeah. He came out of the fucking snow like a
It just
T-Rex.
seemed like the right thing to do. White on white.
And is anybody doing the
Halfway.
reaction move?
No.
No one else
Tiger
is
might.
moving?
Okay.
I already did. mine.
Okay.
And that's the end of your turn, Hero?
Then I will. I will. No, I can't.
Cool. Dragon's turn.
Great.
Thing is flying. And it's low. It was like coming down low. You maybe will pick out now that there is some just rocks and stuff that it might have been on, it might not have been flying over or something, but you can see that there is some just like elevated ground. Why did my music turn down? What happened?
Mine's normal.
That was it didn't change? Oh no.
Now it just changed.
Oh,
That
God.
was loud.
My headphones turned
It's your
down.
dog.
My headphones turned down. It was the
A
Darkfire
wizard
one.
in your room.
The dragon is kind of flying low down. This rocky outcropping isn't too high. It's only about 20 feet itself, and it's flying low off of that. And coming down, it banks sharply to the left. And he's gonna fly. I guess he can easily make it over to here.
What?
He banks. He just suddenly he dips a wing left and just woof. Then he dips his wing to the right, and as he's coming back around, you see his the scales on the underbelly. Each one starts to kind of light up a kind of very icy light blue as it takes in a sort of breath of its own. It opens its mouth and a blast of kind of cold coalesces and then launches outwards as he turns on each of you. He is doing his bullshit move, and I'm not kidding when I tell you this is bullshit. Cold breath, which is a 30-foot cone. Each creature in that area must make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no. That's unfortunate.
And I think that is
That's gonna be bad.
It's a 15 from me.
Drift and Eero.
An 8 from me.
Okay, so that's a pass from Eero and a fail from Drift, and you are going to take 10d8 cold damage, which it doesn't do.
Wait, excuse me?
10d8 cold damage, 39. So this thing just turns around. It's like that fucking Game of Thrones icy blue fucking thing. It just tears up the snow. The blizzard itself parts, and then this line and cone of just cold hits the snow just in front of where Eero is. Eero, you jump out of the way of it, but it fucking doesn't. It barely does. It just hits him. And maybe you're hit by the blast, propelled a little by the force. Drift, you just turn and just tank it. Boom. And
Brad.
take 39 cold damage. Eero, you take.
I would rather not.
Oh.
In this moment.
Oh. Yeah.
In this moment. I gotta give a big shout out to Whack for this one from today. In this fight.
Oh my god.
This is so fucking sick.
Wait, what? Wait, what's about to happen?
This is it.
Universe. That's what happened.
This is it. This is the moment.
We literally talked about this specific moment before.
Dude, I got so excited I clicked off like the fuck, like how it worked.
God.
Okay. So in that moment, hold on. Sorry, no one knows what's going on.
No,
that was why you saved
we all
your
got
Okay.
excited about a thing that
So
happened
as a
in Zoom
reaction,
before we joined.
that's why I saved my reaction, was for this kind of. I was actually for like shield, but no. In this moment, you see just like my life flash before my eyes, and you just see my mouth start to fill up with like blood, and the blood starts pouring out of me and like covering my head and my entire body. And from the ice of the outside, the blood starts to freeze over, and my entire body becomes this blood, frozen blood. And I'm using Tomb of Levistus, which is a reaction that I just got for level 5, where I can entomb myself in ice, which melts away at the end of your next turn. You gain 10 temporary hit points per warlock level. I'm level 5, so 50 temporary hit points, which takes as much of the triggering damage as possible. Immediately after you take the damage, you gain vulnerability to fire damage. Your speed is reduced to 0, and you are incapacitated. So I pretty much don't have a next turn. But that 39 damage hits the ice and melts most of it off.
Yeah, it breaks it apart. You just see like in this instant moment,
not out,
he turns
bitches!
around, Eero jumps, and is just
I
kind
would've
of
died.
boom,
I would've been dead.
hit. The sort of cone of ice breath that hits the ground and kind of anime style kind of tears up the ground towards him. The cameras zoom in towards him, and then suddenly he just turns into like a kind of red spear of ice, like an icicle.
And it just happened, like you see me go like, like the
dude.
blood just pours out and fucking immediately covered in ice.
And then it's hit by this thing and mostly destroyed. It just explodes like you've just smashed
Explodes,
a...
and you just see me like sort of just like in a lull. Like I pretty much like eyes roll back in my head and I'm just standing like still.
I hate to say
Drift?
it, Brad. I hate to say it, but I feel like I have to.
No.
I'm supposed to take half of that damage.
Yeah, it still
on a
sucks
save.
for you.
Yeah.
Fuck. Are you down? You're not.
I'm not down, but it fucking hurts.
19 damage.
And that's where we're going to go to our break.
What? No. I'll skip break today. This is fuck. I'm in.
This is where we're going to go to our break.
I thought it was down and out and dead. Fucking.
You've hurt it a little bit. And after the break, we'll see whether it rolls to recharge its cold breath for its next attack. Good luck, everybody. We'll see you in 5 minutes. Stay tuned. Don't touch that dial, because this is a very bad fight. And there's even worse shit out here. And this is a nice, big, strong white dragon, because this guy's in his element. You're practically in his lair, but you're not. But because this is such a nice place for him to live, he's so strong. He's so happy. He's nice and big and well fed, and he's loving his life. And we'll see you guys after a few minutes on the break here. White dragon. Bye. Welcome back, everyone. The group are fighting a white dragon, and the white dragon is going to attempt immediately to recharge his cold breath, which means I roll a 1d6, and on a 5 or a 6, his breath recharges, and he can use it again if he chooses to on his next round. Black.
I'll be dead.
1.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
The recharge is not. That doesn't mean it doesn't have an attack, John, by the way. Just it can still do other things.
But dude, it's not gonna do fucking 8d10 or whatever you just did.
Yeah. The dragon is still flying. It's still like airborne, but it's like right in front of and just maybe just a little above where Eero is. Maybe like 5 feet off the ground, and it's like kicking up snow and looks like it's gonna fly like over you. It's like it's now flying in a direct line above you, just to give you an idea of like what it's doing at the start of this round. Drift.
Hey Brad,
Yeah.
just a question. Are we still on the river?
You beautiful bastard.
You would have to use an action to investigate that.
Great, thank you.
And do you want to do that?
Is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
I'm incapacitated this round,
This whole round?
right? I
Yeah.
think so.
The spell that he cast.
Okay.
Let me make like, did we double check that? So it says immediately after you take the damage, you gain vulnerability to fire damage. Your speed's reduced to 0 and you're incapacitated. Those effects, including any remaining temporary hit points, all end when the ice melts.
When does the ice melt? The ice melts away at the end of your next turn. Yeah, okay. So right now, you're still in the ice.
Okay.
That's
it.
I think that's what I think you freeze yourself.
Yeah, but just because I'm incapacitated, does that mean I can't make an action of like
You
checking
cannot
thing?
take actions or reactions.
Okay, cool, great. So
I
yeah,
think you're frozen. I think that's what it's trying to say is that
I'm
you're
frozen.
frozen.
I'm
in,
still frozen.
in ice, and you're unable to move, and you're unable to do stuff. And if something hits you with fire because it's ice, technically, it will do.
You would explode.
It would do more damage. So realistically, you miss a turn. I think that's essentially what it means. Unless you can think of anything outside of that, I don't know. I can't.
no, I can't.
Rin.
Yep.
Drift is a little blood icicle popsicle thing,
Which now has gone away.
which is melting
Yeah.
off of him. Yeah,
It's melting off of him. Okay.
I think it melts over this turn to the end of next turn. At the end of oh yeah now
It was now.
yeah now it's melting away and he starts to move again. What do you want to do?
I'm moving. I'm moving back a little bit. Let's see. Oh, I'm actually perfect. Okay. I'm gonna fire at it with my bow
Okay.
and hope to do some damage. Oh God. I will use my thingy though. 25.
What's your thingy? Kenzai.
My Kenzai, yeah.
Okay, 25 is a hit.
And then I add 1d4.
Yep.
Come on. We need as much damage output as possible.
That's 3.
So
And
that's
then I-
12 in total.
12?
Yep. And then I will use my second attack
Yep.
as well.
2 hits.
Woo!
21,
Go!
9.
Do you get a Kenzai that as well?
Yeah.
23 damage.
Nice. So
Shit.
yeah, this thing is like obliterating the ground in front of where Eero and Drift is, and you're just behind. 2 perfect shots. You see it hit this thing. They definitely bury in. It maybe flinches a little as it does so, but it's kind of flying forward and attacking at the moment. But you can see for sure that you've hit.
Is that all you're doing, Rin?
Oh, it's the end? Okay, sorry. Olds, you're lying under the snow.
Name is Otis and I'm a bitch and I want to run from this shit, but I'm not gonna do it because I'm a brave boy. I'm gonna fuck this bitch up.
Let's go. All right. I was having a very long in-mind discussion for anybody that's listening out there, what my character would do right now. and it's not a fun decision.
It's a horrible place to be in sometimes. I have killed many a character, or almost killed them, almost every week from the same. My character would do this instead. I fire the rocket launcher moment.
Did you fire it backwards?
I think,
I thought so.
I think that's how it
I was
went.
watching that day.
Yeah.
Question. Not question. Oldest pops his head out of the snow, stands up, looks back, sees that happen. You're going to want to spread out. Dragon's breath is bad. And as he says that, I'm going to first off do his first. I guess he's standing up now, so I only have half movement. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, God, this is so, there's so no fucking room here. 15 feet. And then I'm going to use my action as another 30. Yeah, because I'm standing up now, right? So I'd have 30, right?
You're using your cunning action to dash.
No. I'm using my regular action because I stood up, used half my movement.
Yeah.
So I had 15, and now I'm going to use my action to move again.
Okay.
A 30.
All right.
Fuck my. Thank you for pinging that.
I got you, buddy.
That made me really happy.
I got you, buddy.
And then I'm going to use. So cunning action is different than bonus action, or it is the same thing? They count as the same thing? Are they both just straight up your single bonus action?
Or is cunning action is just like a class action. It's like a skill that you can do.
So okay. So then I'm going to take my cunning action and I'm going to use it to dash, which is another 30 feet.
It says on it what it is. It's a bonus action. So
yeah, and you only get one bonus action per turn, right?
Right. Yeah. I think
Okay.
that's what it does.
I wasn't sure if that like cunning action was an addition to having a bonus action. I wasn't sure.
Pretty much everything in D&D, one of the first lines is like, this is what you need to do this thing.
Take a bonus action.
Yeah, whatever
Okay.
it is usually there straight away, and it's a bonus action on each of your turns. Yeah.
Okay. Do I have any other bullshit though that I can do real quick? Let me look at my bullshit real quick. I have a lot of bullshit. This is probably the most bullshit a character's had that I've had. Like, I don't think I've had a character that's had this much stuff.
Oh, you guys aren't rolling with advantage against the dragon. It's got fairy fire, god damn it.
I am not the idiot. I think that's
I'll
the
give
end of
you
my
an
turn.
aura.
I don't think I have any other
You
bullshit.
have advantage.
Me? Right now? I know I do.
Everyone against the dragon.
But are you yelling at me? I haven't attacked it yet.
Pete, yell to me next turn to remind me before I forget.
I mean, I hit it.
Yeah.
Yes.
It could have been a crit though.
Luckily.
Could have been a crit.
I think I don't have anything left I can do. So,
All right.
that's pretty much it, Daddy.
Can't crossbolt it?
I use my action.
Oh yeah, to
I
run.
use my action on my bone and my wait, did I use a bonus action?
You can use a bonus action.
Oh, I haven't used a bonus
You-
action yet. I'm gonna use the bonus action to run. I thought I used a bonus action already.
I think you were discussing what you want to do. Yeah, you can use the
Yeah,
bonus
yeah. I
action
thought
now.
that I'd already used it. I am going to use my bonus action to dash to do another 30 feet.
Alrighty.
And yeah, maybe you could have gotten a crit.
I know. I was just.
Let her have her yogurt,
It
okay?
could have been worse. You could have
Thank
missed.
you.
Could be our last supper.
Just let her eat the yogurt.
I will be pissed if this is it. I'll be pissed.
All right, I'm passing my turn now. I apologize, and thanks everybody that's listening to my voice babble about it.
You're right.
I know not all of you like me out there. All right, I've seen it in the YouTube comments.
I am disengaging.
Dude, I'm pretty sure I'd take the win on that one.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do.
I am disengaging and getting the fuck away.
Yep.
Probably somewhere over here. Maybe. And I
You can
will...
run under it if you want, because it's above you by 5 feet.
No,
Okay.
no.
It's like flying over you is why I say that, that's all.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, alright. You do what you want to do, okay? If you want to run
bonus-
away, like the
and
way
then
my dog
bonus-
runs after a squirrel that it sees in front of its eyesight, then you can do that too.
As opposed to crawling near its claws and talons.
All right.
No.
Okay.
And a bonus action healing word on myself.
Alright. Give me that heals.
Hi.
I will. Level 1. Level 1. 6. All right. That's not bad. I'll take
And
Fuck. It looks like it's me and the dragon.
it's Drift versus a dragon. All right.
It's much better than me versus the dragon.
I agree. I was gonna do that anyway. I wanted to be.
You know what? You're a bard. Fuck off. Turn into a dragon. Sing a song and turn us all into dragons so we can battle this dragon. I think that's what you should do.
I have that spell. Next
I fucking
level.
knew it. Let's go.
Next level, though.
Oh.
Boom. The dragon
What?
Dragon.
sees Hero going one way, sees Drift below him, and just woof, lands. And this thing kind of just like lands on its legs, on its hands, whatever they are on a dragon, paws, claws, and kind of skids one way as
Paws. That's so cute.
the force of its landing kicks it up, and it's kind of spinning as it does so. You see it snaps at you, Drift. As it lands, it just tries to like kind of pick you up and eat you because you're just stood still, right? So it's gonna make.
I'm fully out of the ice though now, right? It's melted off.
Yeah.
Cool.
One bite attack coming in on a 9. I assume that's a miss.
That's a miss. 18.
And you're
AC.
out of all this stuff, right? You're just on
Yeah,
your.
I'm back to normal.
You're a badass. That's what you are. You're a badass. Say it.
I mean, I just dodged a dragon bite.
That's what I'm talking about. Say it. You're a badass. We're fucking beating this
I'm
thing.
already badass.
I'm a badass.
Ah, I want to beat this thing so bad.
And then make a dagger out of one of his teeth.
The thing is going to move away from you now, Drift, with some of its movement.
Back to hero? Wait, do I get an opportunity of attack?
Wait.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. He does what?
He's still got movement left. He moves
No.
towards you.
I get
And-
advantage, correct?
You can attack it, and you have advantage.
25.
25
Let's
is a hit.
fucking go, my
Ready for some
nipples.
8 damage.
8 damage to.
Where are you going?
Yeah, boy. Yeah, it lands. It just kind of like as it's kind of still skidding, really. It lands and it's sliding along the snow here, and it bites at you, Drift, and then just its attention is turning towards Eero, who's running away, and it just brings its claw along to swipe at you, Eero. On an 11,
11 is a miss.
nice. And what about a 22?
What?
3 attacks. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
He's a dragon.
Yes, that is a hit. Yes.
It's pretty impressive. Like it lands, it bites at
3?
at Drift, who's just come out of the thing, kind of dips down, and then brings out his shadow sword and just runs it along the side of the dragon.
One thing I've learned about dragons, you don't let them get close to
The
you.
dragon is skidding along. It brings up its left claw and just swipes at Eero, and he probably just deftly jumps over it, like fucking. This thing is like
It's not deftly. It's like a pirouette of some sort.
like that panicked kind of avoidance. But then the other one comes in, and you just see a
Does
a
it
ribbon
have
of red.
disadvantage since it's only working with one eye?
No. Its other eye's pretty great. That's why
It's a very attractive eye.
it's a you could call it a blindsight eye.
Is this all because of the drawing earlier, Brad?
What drawing?
Oh,
mind.
of him in the wizard hat?
Oh yeah,
remember it.
100%. Yeah, no. Now I don't feel as bad. I was feeling bad for a moment there. Now I don't. Eero, you take 9 slashing damage. There's a ribbon, an arc of blood as this thing scratches across his back, and yeah, like a bunch of this very, very red blood runs across the ice. Eero's looking pretty fucked as well because he already got kind of hit by this blast of cold and somewhat was pushed away out of it, but this thing is like coming after him now, and you just see this thing like dum 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 dum, wings folded back behind it, open in its mouth. I'll roll on its next turn for whether it can get its cold breath. No, I'm gonna be nice. Easygoing Jim. 1d6. 5. Cold breath comes back. He has the ability to use its cold breath, and you probably do see it dum 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 starts to taking a breath. He's following Eero with one eye with this crossbow bolt in it, the other one wide and like kind of moving around rectilian, following Eero as Eero desperately trudges.
Where do
through
we
the
see
snow.
that building from, Brad?
What building?
Like the dun dun dun. Is that in his body?
It's along his belly. Sorry, I thought you meant that there was a building in sight. Like, where's the farm?
I thought that's what he meant too, and I was like, "Where's the building? He's gonna burn the building down if we get it anyways."
No, it runs along his belly scales and upwards towards his mouth like a little countdown. You have 6 seconds.
Okay.
And it's your turn.
I mean, how much damage can one dragon even really do?
It's horrible. It's horrible.
That was a great comment.
Okay, so I'm definitely looking at him now, and I'm gonna curse him. I'm gonna put on Hexblade's curse on him.
Take that other eye out.
So I point at him, and I just like go, "You!" And I'm just gonna run full speed. I want to investigate the snow, but I really don't think driftwood in this moment right here. So I'm going to run full speed at the dragon and try and get his attention and be like, "Oh, was that enough? Not enough for you?" And I'm going to run. Can I run up the dragon's like back?
You can, as an action, you can mount a creature.
No, I don't want to do that. I want to swing at him.
May I pause real quick? I would love to take a pause. Stop music, everything. Pause. I would just like to take a quick 2-second thing to just go into John's head and say, "Fractured worlds." And that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say about running up the dragon's back. I'm just going to say,
listen, I was just asking about it, okay?
I'm just
I want the scene. I want a drawing of the scene, okay? I'm trying to get some art from all the artists out there.
I get it.
Whack. Give me a Constitution saving throw as well. Sorry, I forgot.
Fuck.
Yes.
For the concentration.
Yes. Wonderful. I'm so good at these.
Hey!
14.
Yeah.
You just have to be at 10, right? So you.
It depends on the damage
On the
done,
damage,
but
but-
in this case, yes.
Yeah. So you you do the concentration up on the fairy fire.
Okay, so then I'm just gonna go around to the back of this thing.
Yep.
Hexblade's curse on. I have advantage, and I am going to. I don't want to be in the cone, so I want to be the opposite side of Arrow.
Right.
Just because I remember how the breath spread out and stuff. So I'm actually gonna stand right here. And I'm just gonna slash it. Can I reach its wing from here?
Yeah, its wings are folded up, and it's pretty tall, but it's not so
Just the
insanely
bottom
tall.
clip of the wing, like the bottom back. I want to drive my sword into that
All right.
if I can.
Yeah, give me an
Awesome.
attack roll. You have advantage.
Come on, baby.
This is a fight where we need 19, so he can get on that dragon.
Oh my God,
Right
13.
around
weigh it down a bit.
13, and even with advantage, it's a 13 and a 13, and I've lost my dragon, but I think you miss. Yep. You maybe like aim for the wing,
Never miss.
you catch one of its like plates, and you think, well, fuck it, it's gonna fucking hit it anyway. But your sword just bling, kind of like the plate is like thick adamantine armor, and it just runs up, and you can make a mental note that is not an area that you're going to be able to pierce very easily, and you need to aim for some of these softer parts. There are a couple of parts with arrows in. Obviously, it's eye. But this hits but does not break through its very strong scales on that, maybe along that part of its back. Would you like to do anything else on your turn?
And
I'd like to not die. That's what you should be singing right now.
no. I'm at the end of my turn. I'm gonna yell at it and be like, "That's all you got? You've been weak this entire time." Just everything I can to try and get the dragon's attention to
All
me.
right, give me an intimidation check with disadvantage.
Wouldn't he have advantage since it's got the thingy on it right now? The big old ball of whatever it is, the square thing?
I don't think that is it's only just attack rolls.
It does, so he gets
10.
10. This thing just keeps barreling forward.
Fuck.
Barreling forward. Brings us to Rin's turn.
I move back a bit.
Mm-hmm.
See? Oh, that's not far enough back. Close enough. And then I'm going to fire my bow at it with advantage this time. 25.
A 25 is a hit.
I am using my special bullshit.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
7 piercing plus 3.
Very nice. 10.
Rin's gonna single-handedly take down the dragon.
A 13, yeah. An
I
arrow
suppose that
does
that
the
one
same
doesn't
thing.
hit. Okay.
Ping, it hits him, but it launches off the back of him. You do get one in maybe on a soft part of one of its hind legs as it's stomping towards Eero, and deal 10 piercing damage. Olds, your turn.
I have questions before I start saying what I want to say. Firstly, that dragon is focused on Eero, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I will get sneak attack, correct?
You'll get sneak attack anyway because it has fairy fire, which gives you advantage on the attack. You get
Yes.
sneak attack whenever you have advantage to hit. You
So
also would
technically
get
speaking,
sneak attack
I have
if
a
you
chance
hit.
to do a lot.
If you hit when there's somebody within 5 feet of the
Crit,
creature,
you do
get
a
it.
lot of damage.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Your
Critting right now
whole
is-
class is get
Oh, yeah.
sneak
Yeah.
attack the class. That's it.
That's what I'm thinking right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and say beforehand that I would like to note. So the way he's angled, and this might be too much, so you can just tell me to shut up if it is. So he's looking at Eero, is what I'm imagining.
Oh, he hates Eero.
This is the problem.
Eero
Which
shot him in the
eye?
eye.
Which eye was it? His left eye or
Left
his
eye.
right eye?
His right eye's looking at you as you're standing
His
up.
right. Good, because that's the one I'm gonna shoot. I'm
Yeah.
attempting to shoot his right eye.
You can aim for his
It's a big
right
deal,
eye.
Yeah. Please
That's
do.
what I would like
You
to do,
take
so.
a -5 on the attack roll.
Hit it.
But I have an advantage right now.
Potentially have 2 shots.
And I have 2 shots, and I have 2 potential sneak attacks though too.
Yeah. Any hit is a sneak attack, guaranteed.
-5 on the attack. We're going for it. Let's go. Get in the eye.
Go!
Let's go.
Pluses in the chat.
Buses. This is a bus moment.
All right. First off, how do I change it so it does advantage? Do I?
When the option pops up, you just hit the drop down from normal to advantage.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. Oh, that's right. There we go. I don't know why I have it because I used to have it so it did both of them for me. First shot, 21.
23.
23.
Advantage. 23.
23.
So that's
yep.
18.
First shot's
You got it.
23, so it's an 18. Second shot. Do I do the sneak attack first or after both of them? Does it matter?
Give me the damage first.
Yeah.
Damage first. All right. The damage first.
For the eye.
Yeah.
5.
5.
Okay, 5.
And you get sneak attack.
You want me to do the sneak attack for that now? Add that.
Yeah.
Sneak attack. So
7 damage.
7
All right.
damage.
Second.
You blinded that fucking dragon.
Those were double ones
Wait.
on sneak attack.
Second. Actually, wait. It should be 3d6. I need one more d6.
Correct.
I'm up 5 now.
You have a sneak attack button. Did it not change?
I did, but it didn't update the button. So I'll just do 1d6.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh.
So
Yes!
6.
Yeah!
13 damage on the eye.
Nice
That's
catch,
the first
Tiger.
one. That's the first one. Come on.
Nuts.
Your sneak
Come on,
attack
come on,
should
come
be
on,
updated.
come on, 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 come on. 19.
No.
So 14.
Oh, 14.
Well,
13 didn't.
the first one hits the dragon in
In
the
the
eye.
fucking eye. Let's fucking go.
You just pull them both out and just tum, and one of them just launches upwards. It maybe hits a plate on the top of his eye somewhere, or like a horn or something. But it doesn't matter because the first one, you just see this thing now has 2 crossbow bolts in each eye, and its mouth is like opening up to just launch cold breath at Eero, and it just it screeches and it's loud, and it kind of stumbles as it's running. Shaking its head.
Fucking huge.
It's blind-ish.
I would like to do something.
Yes.
After it gets hit in the eye, and I know I hit it in the eye, I scream in it. I know! Oi! Oi, come on, you ugly white fuck! Come on! And as I say that, I want to dip. I'm dipping around this rock.
Okay.
With my movement.
Yeah.
So I'm literally going to go. I'm literally going. Well, I guess his vision. Can you help me with this real quick, Brad? His vision's going to be right here, right?
You don't know.
Oh, that's right, because he's fucking blind. All right, so I'm just going to move here. Let me make sure that's the right spot. You can go. You can go to the next turn either way. I'm pretty sure. Let me. Oh no.
right.
Okay. There it is.
Hero. This thing is like right behind you.
Right.
And it's just like fucking bam behind you.
That freaked me out.
The thing
freaked me
is
out.
like running after you, and then suddenly, blam! It's hitting the eye, and I mean, you might not even know. So you're probably just running. You feel it like slice across your back. It feels like you've been stabbed. You know, it feels like if someone's drawn a short sword across your back here, maybe worse. And what do you want to do?
And come together
The
with your
blinding
plan.
changes my plan quite a bit.
Say,
All right. I am going to disengage again. And
Oh fuck.
yes,
Oh fuck.
I think what I'm going to do is rush around, probably towards the rock myself.
Good choice. Good choice.
About there, and yes, I'm going to healing word myself again, I think.
Okay.
And this will be this will be at level 2.
Real quick, I yell over the rock.
Hero!
That's
Hero!
for 11. I'm like not answering. I'm like silently, like mouth agape.
And you heal yourself for 11.
11.
Alrighty then. Let's see.
This thing knows draconic drift.
I'm fucked. Well, maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't jump on his back.
You also don't. You also didn't take his eye out like two of us did.
Yeah, and then start shouting. The thing just blah blah. You just see it kind of stumble one way. It whips its head around and starts kind of like wildly moving its head around. It turns on you, Drift, and then it hears Old say "Hero, hero" on one side. I'm gonna roll a D2.
Which one is me? Which one is me? And
What do
dude,
you want to be? Do you want to be 1 or 2?
my lucky number's 2.
All right. One, it's
Just
gonna
like a poo.
it's gonna go after the sound of
Oh, please.
Olds.
By the
2,
way, real quick,
it's coming
if
for you.
it wouldn't have seen me go behind those rocks, though. It just knows where my voice is at. Correct? Just asking because I dipped afterwards.
We'll find out in 1
I
second.
think that anything I can ask right now that could benefit us is a good thing to ask, even if it's a stupid question. So
It's not necessarily a
gonna find
stupid
out.
question. I'm just not going to answer it. Rolling a 1d2. If it's a 1, it's going after Olds. 2 turns on you, Drift, and like
oh, you had one job.
you probably just like bing. You hit the back of it, and this thing just suddenly it roars and turns suddenly around. It brings up like a claw to like one eye kind of thing as it's turning, and then it just looks down on you and unleashes its cold breath. Just
There's
Point
no
blank.
way to have disadvantage on anything like that. I assume is there.
there really
I
is.
need to
just
pass
don't
this.
think-
I need to pass this right now.
Give
Does
me.
it have disadvantage because it's blind?
Yeah.
Nope. It doesn't have disadvantage anyway because it's a saving
Cold
throw.
breath.
No, I
what
mean
do I roll right now?
attack him. That's all I meant.
There is no disadvantage for a spell like that.
What
It's
did
a-
I
it's a
what do I
saving
roll?
throw.
Targeted spell, really.
Yep.
Constitution saving throw?
Con save, yeah.
I need to pass this, guys.
I just meant in general.
Give me a perception check, Rin.
18.
And anyone that's looking at the dragon
Okay.
that isn't Drift.
Do I get advantage on this con save?
No.
Okay, didn't think so. Just
10 on
asking
my
for
perception.
Same on
asking a bunch of
hero.
questions.
13.
17!
17 is a make.
Oh my
Rin,
god, I'm gonna survive.
Rin, Eero, Olds, you all notice that this thing turns very quickly and seems to locate Drift, even though he's being quiet and not necessarily doing anything. It seems to be aware, like pretty precisely where he is pretty quickly. But it does react to the sound of Olds over there.
God, dude, I'm gonna cry.
And then here comes the 10d8 for the dragon's
Please, low.
Just be low.
breath, and you're going to take half of 52.
God damn.
Oh, that's an extremely high roll.
21 cold
21
damage.
No.
26.
26 cold
But I get an
damage.
inspiration for being
I
honest.
don't know why I said 20. 21.
It's true. You get inspiration for being honest. I think.
Do you get
All right, 26,
inspiration?
that's
No,
fine.
I would have looked back and worked it out. The breath, like this thing just turns around and just. Probably all three of you see this, and you just see that he is gone for a moment as just this kind of like icy blue breath surrounded by like a cold mist just hits him and ensconces him. The dragon then kind of comes back down. He kind of goes up on his back legs to do the breath and then lands on the area where Drift is.
Yeah, the 8 temporary hit points saved me though.
You don't have those anymore.
No, those are gone.
What do you mean?
You used your spell, and it overwrites those hit points.
Wait, it overwrites the 8?
They don't add together. No.
Oh shit. Okay, so I'm just going based off my normal HP then.
You have no. You have no 10 hit points.
So I got 20. Oh wow. Okay, I'm still okay, but I'm very low.
You see, like, probably you guys see him, and then you see him like rolling out from under it, and he stands back up, and his clothes are kind of like frozen. There's like his horrible icicles that are running up his
Sounds
skin
like
on parts
broken
of him.
glass when he moves.
And yeah, he probably does, like, probably shakes a little bit of it off, and it kind of falls off of him like glitter.
I would have died.
Yeah. The
I'd be dead.
dragon ends his turn. Oh wait, I'll give you the D6 for his recharge.
Please.
4.
Oh
It
my
does not
God, thank
recharge.
God.
It doesn't. You don't see him kind of like do sucking in the breath for the cold breath next round. Drift, it's your turn.
Worst thing about dragons.
I am incredibly inspired watching Drift. I'm going to
Yeah.
give you my inspiration point.
You're giving it to him.
Yep. He can use it now.
I didn't know you could do that. I like
Yeah,
that.
he can.
That's fucking sweet.
Do you already have one? Is John there?
Yes, I did.
I'm here. I'm
Oh,
I'm waiting.
He
to-
wasn't even moving. I thought he'd.
Oh,
Bro, I'm literally. I'm in shock. I'm fucking shook, dude. I'm shook.
Do you
I don't
have
know what
an
I'm doing.
inspiration point though?
do you have inspiration, John?
I don't. I have not. I haven't had
Okay.
inspiration
I'm
in a
giving
while.
you mine. I'm giving you mine. You have it now.
Okay, and what is that again? A plus 4,
It's like
1d6?
advantage on one of your rolls.
Whenever you decide you want to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a little like one-up heart that appears above his head. And Rin has given you the inspiration point to use whenever you want.
Thank you, Ren.
Don't die.
I mean, knowing Drit. Okay, so in this moment, you see him like get back up, and the dragon's like looking at him, and like I'm gonna look over at Ren, and look over at like Oldest and Eero. I'm gonna be like, "Ah!" And I'm fighting him. I'm 1v1ing a dragon. I'm going all in.
All right, whatever you're doing.
I literally, I guess I could get out of there, but I gotta take him on. So I'm going to, I'm gonna swing. Hold on one sec. Yeah,
A 16.
I get to roll
You
again
get an
though.
advantage. Yeah, you got advantage still.
I forgot to do it. No. 26.
26
Yes.
is a hit.
Oh, isn't that something big with the? Wait, what is that? Oh, it's an 18, not a 19 or 20. So that's 12 damage
Nice.
to the beast.
12 damage. Do you cast it, right?
Yeah, it's cursed. It's got the hellish rebuke, or the sorry, not the
Hexblade's curse.
Hexblade's
Hexblade's
curse
curse.
on it.
What
Does
do?
that trigger it now?
I can't remember what it does. I thought it gave you some extra damage. Or am
The
I
1d.
crazy?
No, only if the target dies.
Oh. I thought.
Oh no, he gets a bonus.
Yeah.
Rolls against the cursed target. Bonus
Any
rolls.
attack roll you make against the target
And then
is
he
a
has
critical hit on a roll of 19, 20, or 21.
He's already got his proficiency added though.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't hit
Do
it.
you? No, you don't. It should be an additional 3, so that should be 15.
15 damage?
Yes.
He doesn't have his proficiency on it.
Why is the
It's
proficiency
not
not
added to his damage. It's
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So you need to add. So so you add your proficiency as damage. Okay, so that's a 15. All right, I
15.
see. Yeah. Okay. And then.
Mine's not added either.
And then the what?
Sorry, I was just noticing mine wasn't added either.
Do you get that? He gets it for his Hexblade's curse.
It's him. Yeah. He's.
Okay.
He's
I
cursed the
was like,
dragon.
holy shit.
She's like, I'll take that too.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to make sure I wasn't killing us. If we TPK, I want to make sure I did my best.
Understandable.
Yeah.
The dragon. Yeah, I think you probably just like this thing's like up in front of you, right? Like with its
I'm just
on its
going
hind
head-to-head with
legs,
it.
its wings
You
cut
are
like
stabbing it?
its wings are unfurled in front of you, and it just unleashes this cone of like ice damage, which does hit you and pushes you out of the way. But you roll one way, come up, and just thrust upwards and into kind of like the lower soft belly, and you just see the sword bury into this thing and deal 15 slashing damage as you stab this thing and then just bring it out. And this thing does have blood. It's like a super pale pinkish white red kind of looking blood, but it does run. You see this thing has got wounds on it, and you can see that it reacts to it, and then a bit of that blood runs and hits the ice below and instantly freezes. The dragon lets out a roar, but it is still going. And is there anything else on your turn?
If I use a bonus action, Brad, does that take away my reaction?
No.
So they're different.
Okay.
Yeah, no. That's like I said.
Can I use a bonus action because I'm like on the ground and I just thrust it up into the belly and I see the blood pouring out? Can I use the reaction to roll to see if the snow, if the river is underneath us?
No.
Ah!
There's no fucking way that you're going to be fighting a fucking dragon there and you'll be like, hold on 1 second. I'm just
I know. I'm trying to meta it.
That
no,
bonus
it's-
skill to do as much damage as you can to that booty. Like shove that and twist that sword up into his stomach. or something.
It's an action because it's 6 seconds and you got to go down through 15 inches of snow and then confirm what's below you and where you are.
What
and
about
where it is, so-
licking the blood that's coming out of the dragon
Ooh.
I mean,
as a bonus?
That's what I thought you were going to do at first.
if
Ooh.
does it give you any bullshit to do that? I can't remember
No,
what
it
your
wouldn't give
bullshit
me
does.
anything. It's more just to do to see
You
if
will-
my
You would do, Brad.
You got that. You can do that. You
awesome.
can grab
So
some like
as-
some hits your
As I
arm.
stab up into it and the blood like is pouring out, I'm just gonna like hold my tongue out to the blood and just collect some pieces of it,
Okay. Yeah.
and that'll be the end of my turn.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no. Oh no. I know. Oh no. Wax smile tells me more than I want to admit right now.
Fuck.
You got this. You've gotten every roll before. You're getting this roll. I want to get your confidence. Give me your confidence.
18,
That's
baby.
what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh
18.
my God.
That's
You
what I'm
have the
saying.
inspiration just in case.
Yeah. Don't
Yeah.
forget you have that.
The yeah, you start drinking
Also works on death saving throws. Just saying.
the blood, and it it's fucking awful. Like it freezes in your mouth. It's like eating ice cubes or something.
I'm
but
just
like
sort
real
of
bad.
at that last hope where I know one more strike and I'm probably gonna go down, and I'm hoping maybe I go in like I can be reborn. I don't know. Yeah. Cool.
Activate the bloods. I mean, you can activate the blood. You're aware of how to do it. But
I think it's with things I mainly kill, but yeah.
yeah, the blood just is awful in your mouth. Like this would give anyone frostbite on the tongue, and it's not great.
Thank you.
It fucks with your mouth and it hurts.
Good thing you were recently an icicle. You're used to it.
I've learned.
Super
I'm
brain
taking
Taken
freeze.
out of the freezer, now you're put back in.
That will be the end of my turn. Actually, I'm just
Like you
yeah,
dip your
that's
balls
it.
into an
That's
ice.
it for me.
Rin, your
It's time to go
turn.
back for seconds.
How does the dragon look? Does he look like he can go for a while?
Give me a nature check.
Well, what are you asking Brad right now? That's what I want to know.
Great.
Dude, this thing
I've never seen anything like this before.
You
will.
rolled
I'm terrified.
so well.
This is.
I know.
This is. You feel like
I rolled a 1.
You rolled the 1 for
it's
the
a
bot.
1. It's a natural
Yeah.
1. You
For
feel
the,
like this would be like watching 4 people with like fucking BB guns shooting an M1 Abrams tank. This is what it
So
looks
I
like to you. It looks
think-
fucking helpless. Like you're drawing blood from it, but it's just still
And
moving.
how does Drift
it's so
look?
big. Drift looks like he's about to be fucking eaten. Like for sure, this thing's gonna fucking eat him. Soon enough,
Okay.
it's gonna bite his head off.
Okay. I'm going to fire my bow.
All right.
23.
23 is a hit.
4
plus
piercing
2.
plus 2 can say bullshit.
Can
Great.
say bullshit. Yeah, you get
Great.
another arrow in the soft part of one of its legs.
26.
Natural 26.
Crit!
That is a crit. Give me all the damage. 10 plus
That's
1.
also doubled. You also need to roll another d4.
Okay.
That's doubled on this?
It's when you crit, you double everything.
Cool.
Oh my god.
Oh, you just doubled the base.
Fucking A.
I
Well,
thought
they're
you
wonderful crits, I'll tell you that much.
I thought you just doubled the
it's
base damage.
opposite day. I thought, okay.
Who cares? I'll work it out later on.
Oh, if you're listening, by the
well,
way,
total.
her bonus hits got 1 and 1. Just thought you should know.
All
Yeah,
right.
for crits, all dice are doubled.
2
So 12 on the second and 6 on the first, so 18.
arrows launch. And they hit like a nasty looking part on his leg, and you see him kind of stumble left as the like he has a bunch of arrows in both legs and parts of his underbelly. It falters a little bit from these 2 arrows. You hit a nerve or something on this guy there.
What you thinking?
I'm thinking I'm going to move up next to Drift, even though that's probably going to get me killed. I think that's what Rin would do. So I'm going to do it. Fucking hell. All right.
You're moving up next to me.
Don't even
Yeah,
check
yeah.
the movement. You're a monk.
Yep.
Run around this thing 47 times.
Yep. I'm coming up next to you.
Alrighty.
Fucking best. I see her out of the corner of my eye, and I just like, I shake my head like no.
And I come up anyway.
She's running up. Olds, your turn. She runs up in front of it with you.
She puts a foot on your face and jumps off.
Like, look out.
This whole time he's been looking around the corner, kind of like hoping the dragon would have came over to him, but it didn't. So he kind of looks back around and he sees Rin run up, and he's just like, shit. Fuck. And he goes up 2 spots, so he's within 30 feet, and he kind of like, he takes both of his arms kind of like a Spider-Man thing, and he kind of looks, and he comes with the other one, and he kind of puts his hands above, like below one another. He's like, all right, I'm gonna have to. And he shoots both of his crossbows again. So I'm gonna use the bonus action to shoot both crossbows, trying to get these crits. Can we do it? Is it happening? First roll, advantage, hitting it with the fucking 20.
20's a hit.
Next one, God, sneak attacking that fucking shit after the damage. We got 5 plus a goddamn whole lot of fucking 9.
Oh, 14.
Then we're gonna stick that dick in again with a whole bunch of fucking 25,
That's a hit.
motherfucker. And then we're gonna go, with 9 plus sneak attack for another 7, doing 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 damage. Did I do math right?
25
Wow.
damage. So
Boom.
Olds just comes peering out from the behind
I
the
got
rock
excited.
that he was hiding
No.
behind.
More.
You did your
It's more
math
damage.
way wrong.
Wait,
30 damage.
It's for sure.
14 plus 16 is 30.
Oh, I didn't add the 5. I didn't add the 5.
It doesn't matter. The dragon rears up. Rin comes running in. You see this thing's claws coming up. It's about to come down and bite Drift. You see its mouth like, whoa. How would you like to kill it as it's about to eat Drift?
Holy fuck! I love all this now. Holy shit! I love him now.
Okay, first off, that was a baby white dragon, wasn't it?
It was a
was
young
a
white
young.
dragon, not baby.
It was a young.
Pretty hard. still.
So I would say that when I shoot it, The first one goes off, and quick, like lightning speed, he goes and kisses the other one and shoots it. And it's like, in like, remember, what was that Sniper Elite game where you can watch the bullet? So the arrow's like going through the air, and it gets closer, and you see the dragon's mouth open, and you just see the arrow. The first thing it does, and it's just because I can do this, it cuts off his tongue, and it flies backwards, and then it goes through its brain.
Nice. And it just, Drift, you jump one way, Rin, you jump the other, and this thing just hits the ground. The snow lifts up around you. Its wings kind of just, one hits the snow, the other kind of falls backwards and lands awkwardly, and its blinded eyes look out no longer as its giant head comes to rest next to where you guys are. Iridia, you have successfully foraged food for the day.
I want to note, but once that dragon hits the ground, camera pans to Oldest, and he goes, tucks them back underneath his wrists. He starts walking over towards the other two.
Oh, I run to Drift. Are you all right?
Are you all right?
No,
You're covered in blood.
we're supposed to die from that thing.
Excuse me?
No one's dying today.
You all right?
You're joking, right?
I'm going to cast a level 3 healing word on Drift.
That thing is just a child. It's just, this is nothing. We're lucky we didn't run into an adult. This has got to be just a couple of years old, probably.
Are you okay?
I break away from Rin for a second, and I run to Oldest, and I give him a bear hug.
It's
and I
not a
just
hug.
start like
You go into the snow.
like kissing just like his cheeks, like, you saved me.
When you go to hug me because you're coming at me,
Yeah.
we go right into the snow, and we like get buried in the snow for a second.
Yeah, I'll dive on it.
What are you doing?
Just like,
what
you saved
are
me.
you doing?
I didn't think I was gonna make it. I was doing my
It
final
was just a young one. What you doing?
hoorah.
Careful.
You're good. I know your skills now. You're good. You're good.
Right, can we look around me? There's just a wall of snow around me. What? Can we get out of the snow? It's very cold. Actually, I'm kind of warm here. Can we stay here for a couple minutes?
We can.
I look at Eero. Are you all right, Eero?
I'm fine. I'm
Drift?
fine.
Drift.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
But Drift, are you all right? By the way, you were healed for 12 HP.
Oh, thank you.
If you wouldn't mind getting off of me, I'd like to collect a few of the teeth of that thing to turn it into a
Of course. I get up and I say, thank you, Eero. Yeah, I think I'm. Oh my God, I'm alive. Drift the curse breaker. Ready for more.
I stand up and I go over to the group and I go, this might be a little gruesome, but I'm going to attempt to cut out a few of its big teeth to turn them into daggers. Also, I'd like to take a few of its scales, but I'd also like to note that no one's going to like what I'm about to tell them, but I think it might be a good idea. But
Oh
please,
shit!
What the fuck?
please just hear me out here. Are you all right, Rin? What happened, Rin?
Wait,
happened?
no.
Is she all right? What happened to her? All right. Anyways, while I'm doing that, Drift, I think that we should appoint you, since you have maybe the biggest sword here. We should cut its stomach open, pull out its insides, and sleep it.
Wait, what?
Well,
What?
it's cold. This thing
We
is
don't-
going to be very,
Listen,
very, very warm.
Listen, I understand your desire to consume the flesh of this creature.
No.
I did successfully forage it. But I have other means. We're fine.
All right. Are you sure? I just wanted to talk
I'm gonna
about
be honest. The blood, a little of its blood got on me, and
What, it wasn't warm? It was cold?
no, it was very cold. It was freezing.
This thing is freezing over fast. The blood that's pouring out of it is.
I'd like to do
is
two things then, Brad.
freezing.
I'd like to take out the biggest two teeth that I can that could be the size of a dagger, and I'd try to take up a couple scales.
All right, give me a survival check.
Okay.
Is anyone going to try and cut some fucking steaks off of this thing before
That would be
it's
awesome.
impossible to cut again?
Definitely.
Fuck off.
I'm,
Alright.
Come on.
I'm
Give me
definitely
survival
gonna
do I
checks
be.
roll
as well.
just? Do you want me to roll just one, or do you want me to roll two, since I'm trying to take two teeth?
No, you suck at it.
Okay.
You cut off like a tooth. But it's really hard to do. Like immediately, not
I
only
can get one though.
the
That's a natural
surroundings,
one from me.
the surroundings are. It doesn't feel as cold as it actually is to you guys because of the magic of the trinket. And you guys start hacking into this thing, and you realize that it's like rigor mortis is setting in already. How's this possible? Drift gets in and cuts off a few slices here. Drift, you can give me a D6.
Come on. 4.
You get 4 dragon steaks.
Ooh.
Add them to your inventory. You get
One for each of us.
There's 5
of us. There's not.
They're frozen almost immediately after you take them out from the flesh of the dragon, but they're frozen in such a way that, you know, like it's good because you got it off the thing before it froze over completely. Everyone else is starting to find bits of this and cut around the scales. Can't do it.
I can't even penetrate.
It's freezing over. The wind and the chill is freezing this thing so quickly. Again, you saw how quickly the water froze over.
So I just want to confirm.
You get one tooth.
One tooth. All right. Now,
No scales.
no scales, one tooth, which is still fine. I have a question on that, Brad. And this might be something that we probably have to think about later if we get into a position where I can do this. The plan is going to be to turn that into a dagger somehow or another. So I would assume, since I guess I could try doing it myself, but I really would want to take it somewhere and have them do it. Would that potentially have magical properties since it came from a white dragon?
Give me
Just ask-
give me an
Doesn't matter for now, but
Give me an int check with advantage because of your background.
check with advantage. Got a 23.
100%.
Amazing.
You don't know what, and it could depend entirely on age of the dragon, where
It's a young
you
dragon,
get
so
it done, what's going on. But it's like a 100%.
What do you want me to put it in here as?
Unless
an
someone
item?
really fucks it up.
Just one white dragon tooth.
Yeah.
I turn towards the group.
This thing is now frozen solid, like a rock.
Thank God I got that out of there in time.
We need to move on, and we need to be. Hero, if you didn't land that shot, that thing would have killed us all.
Hero.
The first shot.
When did Hero shoot the dragon?
When it was swooping down on us.
Are
when
you
were
kidding me?
chatting.
We
I
wouldn't
was-
have even seen it if he
I
wasn't
didn't
looking
shoot the
out.
shot. That's awesome. I was in the snow.
I shot it in the eye.
Oh, I shot it in the other
I
eye.
thought it
We're
was-
eye brothers.
I mean, you both hit an eye, and I'm just saying we need to be on high alert. So I think we should have 2, maybe 3 of us constantly. We do have some food for some time, but constantly on alert for predators.
Yes, very good idea. And also, can I? Your clothes are already really bloody. Drift. Could I clean the bottom of this tooth off on your clothes right there?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
It's
And I
already
start.
frozen.
I try to do it like breaks off a little bit. Like, all right.
Eh.
This tooth is going to be my most prized dagger I've ever owned.
Brad, can I investigate if we're on a river?
Yeah. Give me an
I'm so
investigation
curious.
check.
17.
You are not. Because you've already been walking away from the river for a decent amount of time.
I'm so glad I didn't waste a turn doing that.
I feel like you guys have already been walking for a little ways, you know, like we were in your general 24-hour or like day check to travel. So I think you yeah.
Amazing.
It might be a good idea if we figure out where we're going to be going now. That wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I was actually thinking it might be a little.
I think we all decided that we are going to the forest.
To the forest, but
we keep walking.
guys, we just
We're all
killed a
dragon.
dragon.
You guys have never fought a dragon before?
Do you guys realize
I've never fought a dragon.
I've never
before.
fought a dragon.
Me either.
Only one time other than this, and it wasn't very fun. But it was much bigger, and I ran very fast.
So you'd never killed a dragon.
Well, I never myself, like I just did, have killed a dragon. It feels pretty good, but I'm
So
being
this is an
honest,
accomplishment for all of us.
It's a young dragon. It's very young. If this would have been any older, we would have ate all of this.
So, Drift, I think you have a very big decision to make.
With what?
Are you going to be Drift the Cursebreaker or Drift the Dragon Slayer?
What about Drift the Cursed Dragon Slayer?
I don't think it's right. I wasn't the one to slay the dragon. Oldie's the dragon slayer.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't have been able to slay the dragon had you not helped.
True, we all did it, so technically we're
Oh.
all Dragon Slayers. If we're
Curse. Drift the curse breaker dragon slayer. I think it'll be a situational thing.
What about situation? But what if you just call yourself
We should really keep walking.
Drift the
Agreed.
Dragon Curse Breaker?
Ooh, or the breaker of dragons.
We say this as we're walking.
I start
Yeah,
walking.
we're
they're like,
you see the camera like pan out and we're
Yeah.
coming up with names.
Keep an eye out
he's
this
just
time.
like
You
coming
are-
up with things.
You are doing your
I
first.
keep an eye out. I'm a scout. Yes, I've got it.
You are doing your first day of travel, and essentially
Just
this
travel
will-
day one.
When we get tired and we don't feel like we can continue walking, I don't know where you want to stop this, but when we reach that point, I say to the group, if everyone's ready to rest, I think I can help us for the night.
All right. What are you thinking?
Well, I only need about 10 minutes.
All right.
If you could huddle together for some warmth until then.
Can you create something warm for us?
I think I can do better than that.
Really.
All right.
I mean, I'm sort of
minutes.
down for that.
10 minutes is nothing. I can wait 10 minutes. I could. Real quick. Also, what is that? Oh, come on. He takes a huge, chunk of the blood, dragon blood that froze when Drift kissed him and jumped on top of him. There's like a chunk that's frozen on his cheek, and he pulls it off, and it just smells. And he goes,
It wasn't me.
"You were the only one that touched me or had blood on you. Eat it."
Wait, what?
What is that?
Eat it.
And
So
while we're
if
bantering
I
about
do
this,
if I do have the 10 minutes to actually cast this spell,
Yeah,
this is
you guys
sick.
do.
will cast-
I'm happy to fast forward you through to the end of the day. The sun is
I will
setting.
happily cast Tiny Hut.
Tiny hut.
I did that one.
you get this? That's a fucking real spell.
Yes. I create a 10-foot radius immobile dome of force to spring
So
into
we're
its
gonna have to
around
cut up.
us, and it will remain stationary for the duration.
No, we're pretty far away from that dead dragon now, right? Though, by the way.
Yeah, we're fast forwarding to the end of the day.
Okay.
It's been a few hours, yeah.
Yes, 9 creatures of medium size or smaller can fit inside the dome with me. The spell fails if its area includes a larger creature or more than 9 creatures. Creatures and objects within the dome, when you cast this spell, can move through it freely, although the creature objects are barred from passing through it. Spells and other magical effects can't extend through the dome or be cast through it. The atmosphere inside is a space of comfortable and dry, regardless of the weather. outside.
What?
Yes.
That's yes.
Make it seem dimly lit or dark, and it's opaque from the outside.
Nice. So he creates this thing to sleep in, and I'm gonna tell you how fucking useful that is.
Yeah.
Because sleeping in this area, nighttime in this area is real bad. It's so cold that it will
clutch.
It will fuck with the magic,
And we
you'll
don't
have
have
to
to
be
worry
making
about
saves.
taking watch.
So we just pretty much get
can
to
all
reset
sleep
all our
free
spells,
rest.
get our
Free
HP
rest.
back. We're ready for a new day.
Yes.
So are
I'm
we in this hut now? Are we in this hut then?
Yes.
Can you- Sorry, can you describe? Because I've never seen you cast this before.
This
so
is
what
the
is it
first
like?
time that I've cast the spell. So
Yeah.
I think what happens is the snow begins to clear. I probably draw out a large circle in the snow with my foot, maybe, and I'm
watching all this.
sprinkling
Yeah,
some
same.
dust into the circle. And I think, strangely, you see the snow seem to not interfere with the circle as I'm drawing it. It sort of stays in the snow, and considering the weather, that seems impossible. So the snow parts where I move my foot, and I'm sort of muttering these words as I'm doing this, and it takes me a good 10 minutes or so to set this up. But as you do, you see this white dome start to appear and form out of the snow. It looks like it's swirling about different snowflakes and such. And it just sort of forms this semicircle, the semisphere dome, growing out of the snow. And you can see it, the wind doesn't seem to affect it at all. And there's like a small hole temporarily in one of the sides. And I say, I think this will do. This should keep us nice and warm.
Wow.
This is
I go-
incredible.
This is
I go
amazing.
right in. I don't even talk. I go right
Stepping
in.
in. Yeah, I think like
It forms it around us, right? Because it's whoever it's formed around.
Yes, I can do around, yes.
Yeah.
all right. In that case, while it's forming drift, the world around you slows down
No.
for just
Knew
a
it was
little
coming.
moment here.
I fucking knew it was coming.
No.
Boy, he likes the taste of blood so much,
I love this.
doesn't he? Drift. The weird sensation comes over you of your patron reaching out to you, and maybe during the 10 minutes, as Eero is like, and it starts to this hut starts to form up around where you guys are. The wind and everything all slows down around you, and just the particles of snow kind of slow to an almost complete stop. The others do the same thing. And you hear the voice that you recognize so well of your patron say, "Ah, there you are. Who's that? Who are you? And tell me, how did you contact me in this way?"
What do you mean?
No!
I didn't contact you. You reached out to me.
Are you like me? You drink the blood?
I'm Drift. We've talked before. You've had me drink blood and do what I need to do because you saved me when I was little.
I have no memory of this. Tell me your game, sorcerer. I don't have time for this.
I have no game. I don't even know how I reached out to you. Is there nothing I need to do anymore?
Tell me where you are.
Why?
So that we might meet. I can feel you, sorcerer, draining me of power.
I don't know. I'm in a blizzard right now. How do you not remember me? You kept me safe when my entire family was killed. You were the one who saved me.
A blizzard. A blizzard. So you are not here in Darkvale?
What? No?
You could be anywhere. Stay where you are then. I will come to you.
I have friends. I'm okay. I can take care of myself.
There is great power in blood. It seems our interests might be aligned. Perhaps together we can grow stronger.
I don't know if I want to go down that path. I just wanted to make you happy.
Very well. I think I can find you. You can call me the First. I'll see you soon, Drift. And the world starts to speed up again. And that's when Iridir is like, "Oh, there's a wonderful looking house all of a sudden in the middle of the snow," and it forms around you, and the others are like, "Oh my god, it's awesome,
great.
it's so beautiful."
It's perfect, Eero.
And that's where we end today's session.
Sorry, I usually mute myself after I speak, but I forgot and I freaked out. But that was so cool.
I slayed a fucking dragon today.
Oh my god.
How do we survive? How?
How did you survive?
How do we survive those holes? No one.
And fucking Hero know how to hit dragons in the fucking eyes with arrows, all right?
See, this is what I told you. You are just damage output now. You know, you just have Hero running interference and the rest of you are just damage output.
That damage is so good.
Yeah, it's crazy. Rogues are insane.
Fairy Fire is one of the most underrated.
Yeah, that was really good too.
Super
So
useful.
sick.
And yeah, congrats. You defeated a dragon. Also, we got to put a dragon in the game. Also, that dragon is related to the dragon in 19's flashbacks.
Wow.
Maybe
Why do you
you'll
hurt
need
us?
that
Oh
one.
my god, if we were back in time, 19 is live right now.
No, he's not.
How would he not be alive? We're back in time. He wouldn't be what you call it? He wouldn't be
Kindled.
kindled, yeah.
The 19's still alive now, in present day. He, eons ago. Eons ago. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. I know
Wow.
it's
Wow,
very
holy shit.
confusing. I know that like some of this stuff is like kind of just random as fuck, and all this shit is going on, and it's very, very weird and kind of wishy-washy. I feel like when I used to run my first ever campaign, The Mind Harvest, where I just used to go, that creature's there now, and also that's happening because I want it to. But I assure you, it's all justified. It just seems random. I'm always like, it feels like I'm just throwing shit at the wall here and just being like, you're in the snow now, because I want snow everywhere. Fight a dragon. But it kind of makes sense in my head. Maybe it doesn't.
Dude,
Find out when the series ends and we do a Q&A with the DM. Yeah, you're...
It was amazing.
Yeah. Thanks for playing.
I
Let's
thought
do a
you would
round of
never
shout-outs.
fuck with time though, since your last like messing with time.
We don't know if he's messing with time yet.
We
Yeah,
don't. We
that was
don't.
just my assumption.
A lot of people are guessing that.
I'm curious who people think that was talking. Because
With every campaign, I grow stronger at dealing with time. And that's all I have to say about that. With every campaign, I gain a new one of those fucking stones, right? And I got the time stone.
We know his name, the first. Like, what the fuck?
That's you recognize the voice, right?
Yeah, the voice is the exact same, but like, I've never called him like anything. Never had a name.
Maybe he's not that strong yet.
I know. Well, that's what I know.
Drift.
Fuck, dude. Maybe. What if I am him later? Oh, there's so much that could. Yeah.
Let's do a round of shoutouts and see where everyone can find everyone during the week, and then we'll see everyone next week for the continuation of Darkfire. Let's start with Mr. John Sandman Drift himself.
Yeah, that was incredible, man. That was so fun. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I have a Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, all of it, just under John Sandman. So check it out. And I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here and putting those buses in the chat. Because without those buses, we would have been fucked today.
Yeah, buses in the chat.
Buses save lives.
The buses lives.
Mr. Tiger Writer, LT Gray himself, the Dragon Slayer.
Hi, I shot a dragon in the eye today. And I also
Fucking rogues,
made
man.
an arrow boomerang back to me to cut a dragon's tongue off and then to smoke it in the head with the arrow. I would go ahead and like to say that you can all now, when you're watching me in my stream, call me Tiger Rider, the Dragon Slayer. Fuck all this right now. This is about me. If you enjoyed my channel, or not my channel, this beautiful channel with these really wonderful people I get to play with every week, please check me out sometime. I do it at my channel at twitch.tv/Tiger Rider. I have a Twitter too, all that shit. If you want any of it, I'm sure it'll pop up in the channel. Thank you guys for watching.
Awesome.
Nicely done. Wax Steven, that's right.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. That was a lot of fun. Thank you, Brad, for letting us fight dragons, because I enjoy combat quite a bit. And it's really fun playing a character that is not the damage dealer in combat too, for me. just because I like to be creative and shit. So it's
Kind of
I
forces
actually
you to think outside the box, right?
Yeah, I have a lot of fun playing Eero, specifically like in combat. It makes me think real hard, and I like the challenge a lot. So I enjoyed that quite a bit. And thank you, chat, for being here. We love you. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. And thank you, Brad, Tiger, John, PB, for being awesome role players too. And that was a lot of fun. So hopefully we'll see you guys for some more stuff. We got Nocturne tomorrow with PB. And we got Ragtags on Thursday, and we got Halcyon Unbound on Friday, and we got the finale of Sector 49 coming up this Monday.
Oh my god. Okay. Fine.
And I definitely like
Won't kill anyone.
Oh, fuck.
Nice segue into PB's shout out.
And I will most certainly kill someone tomorrow.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, hi, I'm
That's a not
Pumpkinberry.
joking comment either.
You can find me at Twitch and Twitter at Pumpkinberry, and also here tomorrow for Nocturne at 5 p.m. Thank you. This episode was like my second favorite compared to the tournament episode. It was real good. It was real good.
Great.
Yeah, I know why. Because you like sci-fi. Welcome.
It's the time travel.
Welcome everybody to the end game of Darkfire, as these guys have a lot of shit on their plate to deal with. And let me tell you one thing, players, you are wasting so much time fucking around in this snow. What are you doing? Come on, man. You got a world to save. What are you doing fucking around playing snowballs with dragons? I'm disappointed, okay? I'm not angry. I'm just
Without a benefit,
disappointed.
dragon actually just threw a snowball at us and just laughed, and then we just had a big snowball fight with a dragon and made friends with it, and then we could fly on it.
I'm kind of glad you rolled for the dragon.
Maybe you should be letting these dragons make friends with us so that we can ride it into the fights.
I'm gonna add to the random encounter list next week, Mama Dragon. And that is purely just because of that image at the beginning of the stream. And how much you all bullied me for it. So I'm gonna replace in the random encounter list.
Honestly, though, that expression was perfect.
It was good. So next week they will continue on their journey, which is testing them ever further. I'm also really glad that you actually rolled a fight today, because a part of me back, like when I was first planning the previous dungeon, I kind of wanted you to fight Darkfire somehow. I was like, I kind of just want to fucking slam him with like a most unbelievable boss battle, but I didn't do it because of lore. And then so I was like, today might be good. I hope they actually roll the thing. And then the first thing I rolled was that nat 20, and I was like, cool, the random encounter is happening. And now during that sentence, so
I thought that was just for the random encounter to happen. You do that secretly then, huh?
Usually, but I still don't have my dice. It's been about a month. Yeah, well, that's just when I rolled it.
Quit being
And
so lazy, Brad. Unpack your shit.
I
Jesus.
can't. There's builders in the house. I don't even have access to like 50% of my house. We're sleeping in the garden, in a tent. Whatever. All right. Thanks for hanging out, boys and girls, and all the others. And I'll see y'all next week for more Darkfire. Bye. Bye.
Peace out, everyone.